Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight, get right. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it good bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
What's up, YouTube? Back at it again with today a review of me, right? Freezy and his little compadres. You know, he was on my show a few days ago, and we had a conversation about some past relationship I had or whatever. And you know, he did a big old show on it. I guess trying to show why I stayed too long or whatever his ambition was. I really don't know. But we're going to go over it, right? We're going to look and we're going to review him, right? We're going to view and we're going to figure out was it really worth having a show about? But I guess it was, because it was. I came up there and it got decently entertaining. So let's get to it.
I had a conversation about a week ago with my brother Ruthless Truth. And it was a very significant conversation. I have been having conversations with Ruthless Truth for quite some time now. And I'm telling you right now, there's not too many guys that I know that exude the gender war as much as my fellow companion, Ruthless Truth.
No captivity.
But I found out something very significant from Ruthless Truth because of a question I asked him. I asked Ruthless Truth a question. I said, Ruthless, how did you get to where you are now as far as your mind state and how you feel about women? How did you get to where you are now as pertaining to how you feel about marriage? Because he has a very negative outlook on marriage, and he has a very negative outlook on women. I'm telling you, he's a stickler. And many of you out there, you guys know Ruthless Truth. You know how Ruthless Truth, you know, his ideology and his mind state when it comes to marriage and relationships and women. Shout out to my sister Boricua Precioso, aka Miss Jalen in the building. She said, "Hi Freezy, there was another woman and she's still married." Okay, okay, gotcha. So she's still married. Okay, gotcha. Shout out to Miss Jalen in the building.
No captivity.
Shout out to Chief Santana in the building. Great to see you, bro. Always good to see my brother Chief Santana.
No captivity.
Shout out to the Wife School podcast in the building. Great to see you, Wife School.
No captivity.
Great to see you, sis. Oh, I heard a cash cap. Hold on, let me see. I heard the cash cap. First cash cap of the night too. Let's see. First cash cap of the night, and who is it? Oh man, it's my dear friend. My dear friend.
Check the cash out.
Exclusivity, exclusivization. Don't y'all forget it.
I just made that shit up too. I don't even know that's a word. Is that a word?
No, hell no.
Come on, Freezy.
Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, Ruthless Truth made up a word too. Exclusivization is Ruthless Truth's new word. Yeah, so yeah, that's Ruthless Truth's new word, exclusivization. There we go.
This is Ruthless Truth channel. I can make up words, right?
Yeah. This is what I want to ask you, Ruthless. How you got like this? Like, what's your backstory?
There you go.
What's the Ruthless documentary?
Okay, did y'all hear the question? This is what I want to ask you, Ruthless. How did you get like this? What's your backstory? What is the Ruthless documentary?
This what this is what I want to ask you, Ruthless. How you got like this? Like, what's your backstory?
So,
what's the Ruthless documentary?
My last 4-year relationship.
Okay, Ruthless is about to go into his last 4-year relationship. Yes, Ruthless Truth was in a 4-year relationship. Now, this live stream isn't just about Ruthless Truth. We can tie this live stream in with a lot of men's stories and a lot of women's stories. This is not just about Ruthless Truth. Let me bring my brother up onto the show.
No
Shout out to
captivity.
JT for What We Know podcast.
What's up? What?
JT is about to get deep, man. It's about to get deep. You've heard Ruthless Truth talk before. You've heard his views on women and marriage, and right?
I was on your show and me and Ruthless had argued for about 2 hours, man. So you already know I know.
So I might as well put this put the screen up here. Let me see. Yeah, I'll put it on the front screen where me and you is right now. Let me do this. There we go. Yeah, that's better. So then I can toggle it. I could toggle. So yeah. So JT is about to get deep, man. I asked Ruthless Truth the question that everybody wanted to answer. Ruthless, how did you get like this? So when Ruthless went to talking, the things he's about to say, we're about to hear, JT. I said, this is the root of the gender war. This is it. It was gold he gave me, man. Even Nidus was like, you know that thing Nidus do.
Right.
Here we go. Hold on. Let me take this off right here. Let me take that off and make this a V. There we go. All right, here we go.
Is what hurt me. We was,
Like,
yeah.
And JT, you can tell me whenever you want me to stop it too. Just tell me whenever you want to
Okay.
stop. Okay.
No doubt. All right.
This what I want to ask you, Ruthless. How you got like this? Like, what's your backstory?
So,
what's the Ruthless documentary?
My last 4-year relationship is what hurt me. I was monogamous. I was loyal. And I literally, because I say when I got with her, I said, okay, I'm going to really evaluate this woman.
So I'm going to tell you something. This is significant. Ruthless Truth said he was loyal. when we hear Ruthless Truth talk now, he's always talking about hoes this, hoes that, you know, he don't.
And I'm still loyal. See, I'm still loyal. It looks different. That's all. I'm still loyal in a way where the women that I deal with, I'm true to them. We set up something, we hook up together, we kick it to have a good time. I'm not gonna ghost them or and just not show up, do stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm still loyal to who I am. Right? That's the loyalty. I mean, I'm loyal to the man that I said I'm going to be. Okay, I'm never loyal to just a woman. I'm always loyal to what I'm stand for, and that's my loyalty. So I'm not changed. It just looks different. And see, this is the thing about married men. They can't. A man who's married, he's kind of stuck, right? So he can't really relate to me, right? He can't. So we're going to listen to this some more and see how Freezy and them break this down. But I understand why they don't really agree with me, and I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. This Ruthless Truth does not. I welcome pushback. I welcome indifference because that way we can look at things for what they are. You got their side, married men who believe in marriage, and me who don't believe in marriage. So we can come together and make a proper evaluation.
He don't give a damn about tricking. He ain't loyal to no bitch. But he said,
See, and once again, right? This is the illusion of the married man. He calling me, oh, you're tricking. But nigga, Freezy, you paid for your wife and is paying for your wife. I pay for maybe multiple women. You pay for one woman. But we're doing basically the same thing. And I don't understand why we got away from, as men, and we got away from the reality of being providers. And part of our provider thing is we do things, we share our resources with the women we deal with. I mean, I don't understand why this is such a hard point for men to understand.
During that relationship, he was loyal. He said he scoped her out. He was trying to see what she was about, and he was loyal. What'd you think about that, JT?
So this is one of my things, bro. I've been saying this probably for about a good 3 years. Mm-hmm. I do not operate off of loyalty. I've said it on your show before.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't look at a person and I don't judge a person based off of what they say they're loyal for. There's nothing in loyalty. I look at a person's integrity and I follow that. Loyalty is for street people. Loyalty is only for a temporary time to get people to do what you need them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once again, what is he talking about? Loyalty only apply to street people. What type of shit is that? And Freezy, loyalty. So only a gangster nigga can be loyal to another gangster nigga? But a wife can't be loyal to her husband? Loyalty to her husband or her kids? Or vice versa? A husband loyal to, this, and this is the illusion, right? Because he's trying to say he's off integrity, right? But let's be honest with you, our first appearance to a woman that we meet is lust. And then after lust, then conversation. After conversation, then we go from there to see whether or not we want to build with this person. But loyalty, and that just applied to the streets. This is, once again, this is the illusion of married men, because they think, oh, it ain't about loyalty. Well, if she goes out and have sex with another man right now and you find out about it, you're divorcing her. If any one of these dudes' wives go out and sleep with another man, they're immediately divorcing that woman. So it is about loyalty.
Think about it. Think about what the people in the streets would say. I need somebody to be loyal to me. That makes sense. But not someone to be an integritous person. Mm-hmm. When you start talking about long-term relationships, such as marriages, Loyalty has no place for that because the person that you marry, you should have already vetted their them being integritous, right? You should have vetted their integrity, because integrity means that you would do something that is righteous even when nobody else is looking or paying attention. You're doing it for the greater of good. Loyalty in what we have right now is based off of, if a person does something for me, then I'll be loyal to them. That it makes no sense. It's more of an interchangeable type of a thing, right? But integrity means that I'm just doing it just to be doing it. Even if a person did me wrong, I'm still going to be standing on righteousness.
And this is, once again, an illusion of men. Everybody using everybody in this motherfucking world. So she's being loyal. When women give exclusivity up, it's because of what you're doing for her, and vice versa. Ain't nobody just with you just for willy-nilly. Oh, why you like him? I don't know. I'm just by him. No, it's your looks. It's what you can provide. It's a combination of things, but it's still, it's a requirement and an expectation that if a woman gets with you, she's going to expect you to do things for her. She's going to use you for certain things, whatever, maybe sex, money, emotional support. All of that is a part of an expectation. And the man, you're expecting her not to go around and sleep with other men. You're expecting her not to do things to, I guess, damage the relationship or damage the marriage. So all these are expectations. So what do you mean? Oh, integrity. That means I'm just with you even if you do me wrong. No. All of this is conditional.
Even if I don't mess with them.
You're saying loyalty has conditions on it.
It definitely does.
Okay, gotcha.
Absolutely it does. So that's where we go wrong at.
Have y'all out there in the chat, have y'all heard it put that way? I know JT has said this before, but some of y'all, this might be some of y'all first time hearing this. Every time I hear you say that, you make me think like, cause I be wanting to challenge you, JT. I be like, no, JT, you're wrong. But when you say it, I be like, this nigga right, man. This nigga right.
No captivity.
Shout out to GameWise DJ. He said, what's happening, Freezy? What's going on,
no
bro?
No captivity.
Great to see you. Okay.
I got another one, Freezy.
Let me say this. Shout out to Pumps in the Bump. Great to see you, Pumps in the Bump.
No
Great to see you.
captivity.
Go ahead, JT.
So think about this. It's crazy because we had these people on podcasts and Pop the Balloons and Kendra G's and all of that, right? And she say, what is it that you, and they ask, what is it that you look for in a person? They always would say what? Someone that's loyal. That makes no sense to me. You want a stranger to be loyal to you? It makes no sense at all. So at the end of the day, you want someone to have integrity. You know how you can literally gauge somebody's integrity? Look at how they deal with other people. Look at how other people see them. You got to be around them. That's the reason why we had the problems we have in these relationships, because a lot of people are looking for a person to be loyal, and they're not even, and the person that you've chosen doesn't even show you that they're capable of being loyal to you, because they always beefing with somebody else on the outside. And it always comes down to the lack of loyalty.
Let me ask you something, JT. Do you think that it's possible for someone to be loyal? Anybody is?
Yes.
Okay.
But the thing is,
and I'm just asking that for context, for because I see people they have their opinions in the chat or whatever. So go ahead, JT.
Yeah. So the problem is that loyalty is baked into integrity.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It comes from integrity.
Integrity is the umbrella. Difference. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. Integrity is the umbrella. Loyalty, every time you look at what's happening and somebody end up saying, this motherfucker, I thought you was going to be loyal. And you turned out not to be loyal. But then they sit back and talk about all the things that person did. They start doing normally, you will hear women taking score, and they'll start.
I mean, I'm sure you expect your wife not to go around and sleep around other men. I understand what he's talking about. That is a condition for you to stay married to her.
Telling you about the history. And then you be like, well, they showed you already that they couldn't be loyal to you. They showed you that they cheated on you. They lack integrity. They lack integrity. They showed you that, you know, whatever it was that
what we're doing here is we're splitting hairs. Right? We're splitting hairs right now. We're saying, oh, well, don't expect nobody to be loyal, but make sure, don't look for loyalty, but look for integrity. But if they go around and sleep on you, they're being disloyal. We're splitting hairs. Loyalty is a probably number one expectation between men and women. Once they bridge the gap to be together, a woman and a man are looking for someone to be exclusive, which is a form of loyalty. They want you to be loyal to that exclusiveness. So I don't know what he's talking about in this. He's trying to make this shit fit. But bottom line is, every man and woman, especially when married, or in boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, expects loyalty from their person that they're with. I mean, men don't want their women sleeping around with other men. And women don't want their man sleeping around with other women. They want you to be loyal to what we signed up for, monogamy.
went in their past, they've showed you that they can't be an integritous person.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you expect them to be loyal to you? But this is what it is. They will be like that to everybody else, but they ain't gonna be like that to me. That's what people be hoping and praying on. Integritous. I need a person to have integrity. It's the best thing. That loyalty shit is for the streets. That's
Listen,
it.
if y'all got some opinions, man or woman, brother or sister, please hit the link. This is going to be a very intricate conversation, and we're going to mine it out, man. Shout out to JT. Here we go. Oops. Hold on. Let me pull this back up. Where is it at? Okay, there we go. There we go.
See, like I said, I was monogamous. So
What's the Ruthless documentary?
my last 4-year relationship.
Shout out to my sister MJ. Super chat. Shout out to MJ for her $5 super cap. She said, "Hey Freezy, share your stream." What we've heard so far, trust me. Yeah. Shout out to Tommy B. What's going on, Tommy B?
I think I've seen thousands of reels pop up in my algorithm. Him saying the same thing, what every other man has said, every other woman said. He's not being original. He for me, is just a skit. It's just a story. He's playing an actor because none of what he said seems real to me at all. It doesn't. Remember, I know this person. I've seen him for a while. And the thing is, what he's saying, he wants to be that way because he's always been that way. He's trying to make you seem like he's trying to tell you, oh, I was not like this before. Oh, I was the good guy. No, he's full of crap. This is what he's always been. When someone acts like that, really are. He's telling you the truth, but he got a fake story. His story for me is fake. Is not real. Okay. And he wants to trauma bond with you guys. He wants everybody, oh, poor guy. Oh, because what he said, she was going to work and telling people her business. And what did the other gentleman say? Oh, that's violation. Listen, gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, Nadi said that was a violation what exactly did he say that was a violation about? I forgot. And shout out to our sister MJ just came up. Shout out to MJ. What's up, sis?
No captivity.
Hey, Freezy. Hey, panel. How are you?
What's going on, MJ? And MJ,
I'm like, because my girl is up here.
Yeah, you
Hey,
can't go nowhere, Miss
Mama. ¿Qué
Jaylee.
lo que?
¿Qué pasa, mi amor? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas noches.
Así, así, así.
Oh, sí, todavía. Buenas noches, mami. ¿Cómo estás?
No, buenas noches, mamá.
JT, ven. Look. Say buenas.
I'm trying to be with the cool kids.
Yeah, no, right. Listen. JT, say buenas.
Buenas.
No, buenas.
Still staying close to morals, values, and all of these different things. You would tell her about herself. You would tell her ass that you doing shit wrong.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Loyalty is actually the feeling that you have. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt her feelings today, so I'm not going to say anything. That's what the loyalty, the integrity is to fight for someone, even if you have to fight them for themselves. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm your homeboy, and I see that you out here fucking up, Freezy.
Mm-hmm.
I pull you to the side and say, "Hey, homie, we need to talk. You out of pocket right now, right?" And we had a conversation about it. If I'm just loyal to you and I ain't got no integrity, nigga, I'm gonna be giving you motherfucking super chats and all that shit. Go Freeze.
And once again, right? Loyalty looks different for a lot of different people. Because I mean, if they both gangbangers and they both gangbang, and he put himself and said, "Good job, keep up the good work." What's up, Basami? Welcome to the show, son. Yeah, and you know, loyalty is a very interesting concept in all the things we do in life, right? Everybody expects a certain brand of amount of loyalty, right? And the loyalty, it comes with, you know, even if it's your friends, you say, "You're my homie, you don't sleep with my girl, you're not allowed to sleep with my ex-girlfriend, or you're not allowed," you know, there's just a bunch of expectation and rules.
Even when I know that you're doing fuck shit, that's the difference with the two. Even though I see you doing fuck shit, I'm still gonna sit there and I'm gonna give you all the fucking praises and everything. My integrity is connected to my morals and values, so it's not gonna have me to do that. I'm gonna be like, dog, I'm gonna have to holler at you, boy.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna do all kinds of shit because that's the difference. It's because.
Because if he really had options, he wouldn't have been so caught up on, you know, the coochie and her being a baddie or what. I don't know. But go ahead, sis.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with both you guys. Yeah, he didn't really have that much options, and I do believe that he did have feelings for this girl, and he wanted her to be what he wanted her to be. So when it didn't happen with this particular woman, that's what, you know, put him in this position where, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna just be out here. I'll, you know, have my little.
How's she gonna tell me? How are you gonna make an assessment of how many options I had? How's a person gonna tell me how many options I had? Oh, he didn't have no options. I always got options. Whether I'm in a relationship or out of a relationship, everybody has options, not just me. She had options. So I don't understand what you mean. I didn't have options. That's not even important. What's important is that when you're in a relationship with someone, it's all about building to not just money. It's not about finances. It's also about building building upon your boundaries so that there will be a respect line, a lot of respect and admiration, as well as appreciation. All these things are part of building a relationship. So I don't know what she talked about. Well, he had feelings, but he didn't have options. What that got to do with each other? To have nothing to do with each other.
Little time and fun with women, and then I'm gonna just be on my way and be by myself. But even in that, he's still miserable, and this is what he doesn't understand. You are still miserable. You're masking how miserable you are by just laying it down with a couple of women, but you know that you want the intimacy. You know that you want the connection. You know you want.
What's up, Lord ADS? Once again, right? This is why women's opinions really don't count to me that much. Because she's talking about, oh, he's miserable. How am I miserable? I'm not miserable. I was with the girl for 4 years. I evaluated her, and I made the assessment of moving on. We got a special guest to the show. Let me give his proper intro. You know. What's up, Lord ADS?
What up, Rufus Truth?
How you doing, sir? Top of the morning.
Good. The top of the day, brother. Yeah, I listened to a little bit of it last night too. I didn't like the point that some folks was going in on this, right?
Yeah.
Instead of seeing it for what it was, an observation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, you was with a woman 4 years. I've been with a couple of women, you know what I'm saying, for stints of time, like, you know what I'm saying, links, right?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, you say, oh, I've seen all these signs. Let's be honest, you really don't even see the signs like that. You might see a thing here or there, but you really don't see it outright. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Especially from the way that you line up. You know what I'm saying? This is going 3 or 4 years to the point that person actually changes. You know? And when
Yeah.
the change occurs, then you left with a decision and you made one.
So this is the thing, right, ADS? And this is the problem I have with Freezy, right? I told him I was with the girl for 4 years. To me, that's a good amount of time to really get to know someone. That's what I mean. That's probably, to me, the best way to look at someone, evaluate them to see if we can move forward into the next level, whatever that may be, right? And he's telling me, well, as soon as you see the first sign of something, you got to leave her. And I said to him, Freezy, nobody's perfect. So when I'm dealing with a woman, yes, every woman's going to show some sign of things that are maybe red flags-ish, but that doesn't mean that you just give up on them right away. The thing is, when we're in a relationship or building, we're working on trying to get to a place. And that means we're trying to unite in a way where, okay, I can deal with her imperfections, she can deal with my imperfections, and we try to get to a place where we're, comfortable. But if you can't get to that place, then that's when you have to move on. And that time is no time, really. It could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, it could be even more than that, right? But sometimes you have to take your time. Now, here's the thing, right? Because Freezy's, and this is the delusional part, Freezy ain't gonna sit here and tell me that his marriage ain't full of ups and downs. And that's where I don't understand why they are saying, oh, well, you was with her 4 years, you should have left as soon as you've seen something. So that's
You're
where
always going to see something. There's nobody, like you said, nobody's perfect. You always go see some sign of something you don't like. That's just the way things work with human beings, right? Nobody is perfect. And just because a person has a thing or two off about them that isn't egregious, of course, like something crazy, like drugs or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Doesn't mean, say from time to time you say, you know what, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to overlook this and kind of keep going forward. Because at the end of the day,
go ahead.
Being too picky, being too particular, being too much in the nuance, being too much in the minutia will leave your ass alone too. That's a problem the women have. Okay. Which to me puts this on a whole nother level, right? Because one thing they're calling out is the man didn't dump the woman initially when he saw the first time of her pooping in the bathroom for too long, right?
Right.
Versus the woman, it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? What's going on here with this behavioral pattern? If it wasn't so widespread, he might have a point. But it's so widespread, you know what I'm saying? Is that if you plan on dating nowadays, you're going to have to overlook a few things, including a lot of feminist ideology.
And also, I would say overlook isn't the word. I think that's not the, I think compartmentalize and see if you guys can deal with each other with that, right? That's more so, right? You're not necessarily overlooking it, but you're making a mental note and you're compartmentalize whether, okay, let me see, is this something that happens all the time? Is this once in a while? You know what I mean? There's different, but it's just see something to run, right? Unless you just really don't like them. That's the only way that's going to happen. What's up, C. Rich? Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, ADS, but I agree with you, though. Nobody's perfect. And you're always going to see something. It's all about how you, what you see, you didn't compartmentalize it. You take a mental note, okay, this person is this, that way, or whatever. and then you continue to see build. And there's a time to see if you two are compatible. Compatibility is one of the building blocks of a relationship. Because, in the beginning, it's just a lot of lust. We don't know each other. We're getting to know each other. And then while getting to know each other, we're figuring out if we're compatible for the long term or maybe marriage or whatever it is that we seek. So, 4 years I thought was a good time, right? Enough time. And granted, it also helped that she was a very, very beautiful woman. It helped. Come on. I'm going to keep it real, right?
Let's just keep it real. People are temperamental. You know what I'm saying, Rufus? They're too temperamental. Every little touchy thing ends up being a damn mountain with them. You know what I'm saying? Something they can't get past. Almost like some emotional decision that they stick with. That shit women do. Men are far more baseline. You know what I'm saying? We're far more routine than that. And we're far simpler than women are when it comes to what we want, what we don't want. It's more straightforward with men.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that's going on nowadays is because of minutia and nuance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Especially these compatibility tests. Oh, this, that, and the other. You need to reach this, that. You see where that got you? This got you right here, right now. We're on the brink of, you know what I'm saying? What is it called? Extinction. And you're still playing feminist games.
Okay.
You know, we ain't producing no kids. In the next, what they say, next 20, 30 years, black population will be down to 6%. That's more effective than deletions was. Just because the women believe that they have something more to offer than what they really are, which are women. You're just human beings. All that luxury and shit don't define you. The cars, the clothes don't define you. Your person defines you. They just enhance who you are. They don't make who you are. And a lot of folks, you know what I'm saying, believe that's who they are, these things, right? These societal social norms and shit, and which is destroying, especially our community. Because right now we have war with these women for no good reason. For no good reason.
And very good point. Very good point, ADS. Damn, you cooking today, ADS. Give it up to my man ADS cooking. We're cooking with what they call real grease. So let's continue looking at the video a little bit more. Than we're
nigga, I got that Crisco Lord, nigga. You talk about grease. I got the Lord, nigga.
Lord, yeah.
Someone that you can lay by with and talk with and all that. That's what you truly want.
MJ?
What?
You know what he truly want, MJ? He want her.
Yes.
He want her. And he's still stuck on the fact that he couldn't keep it. Because let's just keep it 1,000. I gotta keep it 1,000. Look at that nigga. He don't look like a nigga that got options like that. Let's just keep it solid. He looked like he could get some.
Yeah, because he got good game.
That's where niggas get it mixed up. Is getting options ain't just because you could go smash something. When you talk about options, it is the chick that I got right now. I can go get another one. It's not that if I got this 8, I got options because I go knock down a bunch of 5s. You'll go knock down them 5s, but you still gonna be one that 8. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's what he did. Was he had somebody in his head was like an 8 or a 10 or whatever the fuck, and in his head his options was these 5s and 6s that want to fuck. That ain't options, my nigga. That's just hoes that want to fuck. You get what I'm saying? Like when you got options, when you got that 8, you can drop her and go get another 8, no problem. And again, so he probably overshot, got somebody that was way above what the fuck he should have been snatching, which is usually what happens when a chick play with you because she feel like,
stop the video. Stop the video.
She played with the nigga and
Ruthless, yeah. That's what you call dick policing. No matter if put it this way, it don't matter if who I'm hitting. Just know I'm hitting them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's dick policing.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. Oh, you should be smashing the girl up there. Who the fuck are you tell me anything, nigga?
Facts.
I'm me.
Facts.
You. I pulled this off. You didn't.
Facts.
So you are telling me, you know what I'm saying, beneath me, what I should do?
Facts. Facts.
He's still stuck on the fact that he couldn't keep her. So now he got to go run around with chicks that's actually on his level.
Damn.
Y'all
Look, dog,
But I think it's worse than that.
my
Let me
story,
tell you
my
right
nigga.
now, it's
I'd have
worse
been,
than that.
listen, I've told y'all I've been on every side of this shit. I'd have been a nigga playing. I done got played. I've been on every side of this shit. I can read this shit so fucking easy. You get what I'm saying? Off the rip, we looking at you off the jump, nigga. I can tell you ain't pulling them like that. I go to LA,
Yeah.
nigga. We can walk around, nigga. And I'm telling you to your face, you can't, nigga.
And obviously, he hasn't seen my IG, but you know, it doesn't matter, right? But see, and this is the problem with the manosphere, right? Is we are, instead of evaluating and say, okay, well, it just didn't work out, maybe just we're compatible. He goes into my options. He goes in what I ain't pulling, what I can pull. I never said anything to Freezy about pulling. I just told him I was loyal to that building process, right? That's all I was explaining to him. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't saying, oh yeah, I could have went and this girl. Not that wasn't even our conversation. But this guy comes on here, you know, oh well, he didn't have it like that. Dude, it doesn't matter. Why do you care so much to know whether I had it like that or not?
Not
And
even that as much. You know what I'm saying? The girl you see on my IG or the girls gonna send that I holler at, right? They ain't hollering at you.
right,
They're hollering at me. For
right.
whatever reason, they like me right now. And that's good enough for me.
That's enough for me. That's all I want from him. I don't want anything more than anything less.
Yeah, it's yeah, you right. They gave you a whole damn psychology diagnosis on 2 hours of interview. You know what I'm saying, with Freezy. That
Yeah,
didn't exactly go that way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You let me tell you, Rufus. You
yeah,
got 3, 4 people watching every day, right? You got 10 people up there diagnosing you.
yeah,
What the hell?
yeah. Facts.
Yeah, man, let this man live. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he's doing is his business. Why is everybody in this man's business like that?
Because this is what us men do. We pounce on each other at the first chance we get.
That's
Well,
peacocking, nigga.
this is
That's
why
what I
the women are winning, right? Because we're so divided. We as men see one thing about women, they don't like each other, they don't really too much, but they will form against men, right? When it comes to, hey, girl, you know, you're a pick me. They're like, oh, my bad. They'll for the war against men, women will unite. Where men, we're in this war with these women, this psychological warfare, men will still want to pounce on other men because at the end of the day, Lord ADS, and this is the most important part why the women will always excel is the man want to blame the man for the woman's responsibilities. In a lot of men's eye, it's the fault of the man.
the biggest distinction is right now is that the female code changed. It changed drastically, and men are still adjusting to it, right? There was that major code change. It ain't about how many bodies anymore, anything like that to them. It's just certain things they'll lash out against when it comes to each other, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Versus us, men, we're still going by the old code. You know what I'm saying? You need to be a good man. You need to be righteous. You need to be upstanding. You know, right? You need to be in the
yeah,
right space at the right time. You need to be doing the right things.
yes,
When in reality, that's not the code that's working anymore. That code isn't, you know what I'm saying, breaking their code anymore, right?
right,
It's just sitting on top of their code. They know it's there. And what they do is use it as a protective layer.
yes,
But
yes,
that's not what breaks their code no more. You just laying on top of their code as a protective layer. You're not getting in there. JP's of the world breaking code. You know what I'm saying? He's getting in there. You know,
yeah,
guys, you know what I'm saying, Ruthless, he's still breaking a little code too. He's doing his thing. You know, some brothers is just breaking code. See, Ruthless, niggas got caught up in that R&B bullshit
yeah.
instead of sticking with funk and soul. Funk
Like,
and soul is for the man, made by the man for the man. You know, right?
yeah,
R&B is for women.
yes,
These niggas start listening to R&B. They became some R&B niggas. And now, you know what I'm saying? They're being used as a protective layer. Babyface is a protective layer. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I get home from work, I'll wash your clothes. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay your bills. As soon as I get home from work. That's
Yes.
a protective layer now. They don't want those niggas. They ain't breaking no real code. They, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
in case they need.
Yes. Yes. Good point. Relationships. I had enough information that life, right? Because I do believe women, because of their emotions and their bodies are tied to their emotions in a very strong way, that men have to acquiesce to those emotions to make it work. If not, it's over, right? So that's all I'm saying. So now, I just want you to understand something, Freezy. The reason why I'm anti-marriage is because of that very fact right there. I just don't think women are, according to look at the numbers, we got plenty of evidence, we got plenty of information, right? Even if they are married, they're still coming out complaining, like Aisha Curry, Michelle Obama. They're dog walking their husbands. They're just embarrassing, right?
Ruthless. I got good news for you today,
And
sir.
this is one of many women are doing this. So
Now that you say that,
yeah.
did you know that Michelle Obama came out and said that girls need to start dating in high school?
Yeah.
She came out and said that 2 days ago. Girls need to start dating in high school. You know why she's saying that? Because she's seeing too many single women at the top aging out.
Well,
Too many single black women.
But girls already dating high school.
Yeah, but she's pushing it for a reason. When she says it, it actually has meaning to it, right?
Yeah.
The biggest meaning is that I think she's looking to get girls married off sooner too than later. See, marriage is supposed to be a lifelong thing. It ain't supposed to be in your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s and 60s like that, right?
Yeah.
Even though I think God honors the vow still the same, you're supposed to be married in your 20s.
And I think again, that's the delusion. That's the delusion.
Go ahead.
We as men and men and women in the back in the day, I believe women back in the day and kind of men fell for that Disneyland fairy tale aspiration. So that was leading, for a while. But what happened with the women have alleviated the Disneyland fairy tale. The women are saying, I don't need a man. I don't want to have kids right now. Or I don't want to be married right now. Right? So women are tying themselves to money, clout, and their emotions, and they're saying if a man is a luxury, no longer a need anymore. So this is where the flip. But men, we're still stuck with what you just said. Or marriage is supposed to be forever. And a lot of men agree with you, right? A lot of men will die on that hill with you. But that's where the illusion is, right? The women have flipped that shit because now they're saying at the divorce rate, there's 1 million divorce a year, and the women are filing 800 and some thousand of them. That's a lot of divorces. They're speaking their mind with the paper. They walk it like they talk it, right? Not only they're talking it, they walking it. And this is why it's so easy for them to file, because they don't look at marriage as forever. Women don't value marriage like they once used to. They don't need to be married to get value in their minds anymore. All those things of the past, when she gets married to a man and she is valued, they don't need that anymore because now, in their minds, let me preface that, in their minds, they can get to the bag by themselves if they have to. They're independent individuals, and they feel that they can do this, but they don't want to do it with a man getting all the credit. They want to take the credit. They want the glory. They want to be looked at as, I'm something, whether I'm with him, I'm still something without him. So this is where the divide comes. This is where the gender war is taking its birth, right? The gender war is birthed on the fact that women are saying we no longer value men the way we used to value men. And the men are saying, we still value you the same way we always value you. And Now we're in conflict. So that's the part of our marriage, right? Marriage, oh, it's forever. No, marriage is until someone's not happy, right? That's what it is with the women. If they're not happy, they're divorcing your ass. They don't care about, well, you said it was forever. What about the wedding vows? You think they care about anything? When they're repeating those wedding vows at the altar, you think they really give a fuck about that? When it's time to go to the divorce court? Hell no. I'm out. And I don't give a fuck what my mama say. I don't give a fuck about fifth trying to shame me. And I'm taking the kids. So women are showing with their actions an 800-some thousand divorce a year. And we ain't gonna talk about the podcast, the multi-podcast of women saying the Cynthia G's of the world, the queen makers of the world are saying we don't need men. And not only are they saying they don't need men, they are saying that men to them are a luxury. Meaning, if they get with a man, they only get with him for what they can do for them. If they can't do the things they want done, then you are no use to them. So women aren't getting with men for love. They're getting with men that can meet their demands, their expectations. And this is why they divorce easy, because once that man stops meeting those expectations and those demands, and their emotions are compromised, and with their influence from the outside, social media and all these things, then they're sliding divorce papers to you. Bye, boo. I will always have love for you. That's what she's telling me.
Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo?
And this is what women are doing at a high rate. And I'm very, I wouldn't say I'm not frustrated, man, but I'm very concerned about the married men pushing the narrative of, well, that the leadership of men, this is why women are leaving. No. Women have gained a lot of momentum.
I pay little to no attention to these married men in this space. Most of this shit is peacocking.
Yeah.
You say you want to help the boys. You say you want to help the men, growing the men to be better men. I ain't seen no shows on married life and what to do and how to do it. What is your married life like? You know what I'm saying? Tell me some of the stuff you go up against, some of the stuff you work with. Tell me some of your problem solving skills.
It's hard to do it. It's hard to do it, Freezy, because the women are so much information is coming out, right? There's so much information that these married men are trying to fight. So they really can't get to that, because now they got to answer the question, why are there 800,000 divorces a year? Why is Aisha Curry yelling about she want to get fucked by a whole bunch of men and she's married? Why is Michelle Obama dog walking Obama after their great successful story? Why? These are the questions that they're trying to answer, which leaves them no time to show you, oh, well, this is how it is.
Brother, now let's just keep it real here. You talking about black women.
No, I'm talking about all women.
No. That's distinctly behavior I've seen in black women. White women, they are very touchy and feely about shit, right? When they
White women are worse. White women are worse.
Now, they won't leave you just because of this type of shit here, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they're unhappy one day, all this other bullshit. For them, it's about keeping, a standard, keeping the family together, right? Latino women the same way. Asians are very strict when it comes to marriage and how they behave in marriages. This is distinct feminist behavior. See, the reason why I say that, Rufus, is this. My masculinity attracts femininity, but repels feminists. It does.
I don't like to put everything on black women. That's what I'm not going to do. I do think black women have their issues, but I'm speaking in general to all women. I talk to dudes at the sports bar, white dudes, Asian dudes, black dudes, and all of them have the same complaint at the end of the day.
Hey, Rufus.
But hold on, I'll play this video and I hold on.
Rufus?
Okay, from the outside looking in and saying, you know what, why would I take this dumbass deal? Why would I marry these women who are flimsy, right? They're very fickle. And they're easily influenced on the outside, as well as they have internal conflict within themselves to be, insecurities, very combative when it comes to those insecurities. And that to me is just makes her a very not so probable investment to give her access to more of my wealth or my money, where then I can treat her as a girlfriend, give her the girlfriend experience. Now I still do I'm still do things. You know, we go out to dinner. We're not moving together, but we go out to dinner. I still cover that. I have no problem with doing that, and I'm gonna continue to do that. We go do things together. I gift them here and there, and we have a fun time when we're together. And think this is to me the more practical way to deal with women. And you're right, I do love being around women because I'm not gay. Sorry. So y'all, if y'all wanna shame me for not being gay and being around niggas all day, that's fine, right? But I love being around them and I love having sex with them. That's what I do. And I enjoy them as a pleasure. Well, to me, women are a pleasure. They're like a dessert, right? And that's the way I look at them.
So Ruthless, you basically said what I said, right? So, at this point in time in your life, you are against marriage and you have a very negative outlook when it comes to marriage, you know, but at one point in time, like you disclosed on your platform, on your live stream, at one point in time, you did not have that mindset. You were willing to be monogamous. You said that in that 4-year relationship, you know, you were monogamous in that relationship, and you gave her a chance, and you really liked her, and you know, you was trying to see how loyal she was. You know, there was a chance that at one point in time, you know, marriage possibly could have been a possibility. You know.
Well, how did fiance?
But my question on your live stream was, how did you get like you are now? How did you get the mindset you have now towards women in marriage? And you went straight to that 4-year relationship. And you said how you expressed how she, you know, how she behaved in relationship, how she treated you in relationship, and why you ended up dropping her off to her favorite smoothie shop, you know, and never look back. So, I mean, so that's what I mean by two extremes. At one point in time, you know, you extremely, you know, was giving this relationship a chance, and you was monogamous, and you was trying to see how loyal this woman was. You was very extreme in that relationship because she even showed you signs after 90 days. You said she morphed into somebody else after 3 months, but you still stayed in that relationship 3 years and 9 months more. But then after that relationship, you kind of developed this mindset that you have now. That's what I mean by two extremes. And usually that's the way it happens with men and women. They go from one extreme to another, especially if
So thank you for holding it down, ADS. Sorry, I had to take a call. So what do you want to speak? You want to speak on it a little bit, ADS?
I was watching some of this, right? So you did go up there last night. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, I came up late.
Yeah, but even still the same. I mean, you know, after you can see signs of everybody after about 6 months at the latest, right? Of stuff you don't like. I mean, that's everybody. You know what I'm saying? It could be something minuscule, right? Something that most people wouldn't even notice, but you just don't like that about it.
Right.
You know, so to say that, man, it's like, you know, saying I'm going to go ahead and we're going to throw out, you know, saying we're going to throw out the whole apple because there's one spot on top of it that ain't, you know, saying quite right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it ain't wrong. We're not sure how wrong it is, really, but it just ain't quite right, you know?
But here's the hypocrisy about it.
Apple. Yeah.
Here's the hypocrisy part about it. We all, like you, and to your point, you made a great point. We all are going to get a level of, we're going to turn a blind eye to certain things, especially if you really like the person. And this is the hypocrisy of it. It's like, you know, you found things out about your wife.
Even if you don't like them, it's only being fair to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know you're being fickle. You know you're being petty about this, right?
Right. Right.
So you say, okay, it's me this time, and I'm going to overlook this. That happens a lot, right? I'm being petty, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But right, once again though, but this is a woman I was in a relationship with. So once again, because we were friends a year before we got together. Right. So actually we know each other for 5 years total. So we were friends for a year. So therefore, how we started and how we began, I gave her a little bit more room. I gave her more grace. I am a fair man. Like, to give the woman that I like, I know her for a year. We're now in a relationship. Yeah, first 90 days, I seen some things that were okay, that I compartmentalized it. And I said, okay, we'll see how this goes. Because I'm not going to just say, oh, well, you know what? You messed up. Let me get out. I'm blocking you. I'm never seeing you again in 90 days. That is how the hell I would never, ever even date. Why would I date? Right? You're dating to get to know the person, and you know that nobody's perfect, that there's going to be things that might be a little, and then you go through it and you work through it and try to get to a place where you guys can be compatible. But it ain't just, oh, well, something's wrong. 90 days, bye, I'm leaving. Now, some women you do that with when you're dating a plethora of women. If you're down here dating a lot of women, yeah, some people you come, but there's always that one person that you're like, you know what, I'm going to give them a chance because I really want to see this go through. And that's what I did. So I don't think that was being, I would say, unnormal. That's very normal. This is what we do as humans. So I don't understand what Freezy was going with this.
Especially if something affected them in a negative way,
So what extreme? I don't understand what you mean extreme, right? I don't.
Yeah, because you have extreme views on marriage now in women,
But I don't think it's extreme.
Of course you don't.
Marriage, in my opinion, is not absolute, right? Marriage ain't for everybody. You said that. So once again, it's not extreme, right? It's just I made an evaluation. I made an assessment, a careful assessment to say, how do I optimize my happiness and the things I like to do and make myself comfortable? And I looked at that and she was not the only relationship that I had those. I had quite a few monogamous relationships because there's two different parts of this, but we're not going to go into that. But the point I'm making is that 4-year relationship, reason why I hang my hat on that one is because it added up with all the other relationships. I had enough information now to make a fair and impartial evaluation of how should I deal with women moving forward? How should I take them moving forward? That's what it did for me. It helped me.
Okay, but Ruthless. Yeah. Aside from you,
so that is fair. It helped me, and it was that relationship and a combination of all my other relationships. And I said to myself, okay, to me, I think monogamy is a bad deal. Because every monogamous relationship that I shared with women, I handed over them the keys. I said, here, okay, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to get rid of all these girls. I may have 3 to 10 girls that I'm talking to. And then, I meet her and then we move to the next level and we get exclusive. I give them exclusivity. And what I came to find out in all the relationships, the 3 in line, and this last one, because I think this last one I was really the most serious about. I had to see after I left that relationship, I had to see, how should I deal with women? And my evaluation is women aren't good relationship people. Women aren't cool to be around a very long time. They're just not. They have too many things going on internally, and they're easily influenced externally. And through that relationship, I carefully evaluated because I didn't want to make it seem like, no, I looked at her and I took it from there and said, you know what? This is why I won't marry. This is why I don't think women are marriageable individuals. I just don't think they're good, because I do believe, honestly, that most marriages, if they're lasting, is of a happy wife, happy life sentiment. Because the men know, and they figure out quick, that she will leave you, that she will argue you down to her deathbed about a point that's frivolous. And we see this time and time again. And this is why we can look and clearly see on today's internet that women are not the best suitors when it comes to being in a relationship. They're not fun. They're not romantic. They're selfish. That's what I found to my last ex. She's, and all my exes, they're all selfish. The longer I stayed with them, the more selfish they got. And that's why I said, okay, you know what? And then I also look at other people's relationships. I look at how the people who get divorced, from the Tom Brady's of the world, from the, all the guys who, and I'm saying, okay, these women are not really, they're just not really reliable. And my assessment is women are liabilities. They're not someone you want to hang your hat on. So here's the question, right? Do women make men better? For all the expectations that they come in to the relationship for all their demands, do they make men better? And the question is, no, women do not make men better, because they come in with all these expectations and demands, expecting all this stuff from you, and they don't reciprocate it. And you end up having to put up not only with their baggage, right? You also got to put up with them always wanting to break up, always want to leave you. They always want to leverage the relationship for power, to try to check you, whatever they thought themselves doing. Every time you look up, you tell them, oh, well, if you don't do this, I'm going to leave. But you won't, another nigga will. Who can check me, boo? And this is their line of thought, right? They get in a relationship and they leverage their vagina and their person and who they are against you if they do not get their way. So I said, okay, this is just not I don't look at women as a long-term great investment. Unless my legacy needs to be built. I just want to have kids. Fine. I'll deal with them, till those kids is born, and I'll be, what I mean? And however long after that. But I don't, other than legacy standards, I don't think women are long-term valuable people who's, I would say, healthy to deal with. I just don't think women, for long-term range of relationship, I don't think they're nice. I think they come with a lot of baggage, and I think they create a hostile environment. This is why the happy wife, happy life is a dominant ideology of men in these marriages and relationships. I 100% think that 100% of men are happy wife and a happy life in it. But they're not going to come up and admit that. But they understand that women are fickle. Women will leave at the drop of a dime. She would slide them divorce papers because there are a lot of reasons why she would do this. And one reason is women don't invest in men financially a lot of money. That's one. That's one. Two, you can't take nothing from her if she leaves. And most likely you're going to give her something. Especially if she got the kids, right? She's getting the kids and money to get out the door. So what I'm saying is women, when they're in marriages and relationships, they have everything to gain if they leave and nothing to lose in their minds. This is where women evaluate before they leave. They're like, well, how much have I spent on him? What? A couple of grand in like 10 years? So women are incentivized. They know that the court system, the court system values women more than they value men. And women know this. And they take advantage of it. They seize the opportunity. So this is why when they marry your ass, or they take that wedding ring or they cross the threshold, in the back of their mind, they can replace you. They're not looking at you eternally. Oh, I'm going to be with him forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. No, they're going to be with you as long as you make them happy. And you need to, and this needs to be a continual process. That means to you be with that woman, you need to sustain that first 90 days for the next 50 years to make that shit last. And that's just hard to do.
Haven't you on this platform, other people's platform, and especially your own platform, advise men not to get married, and you've given the reasons why?
Do you want to add to that? My fault.
Well, Ruthless, that's too much of a nihilistic approach to it, bro. I think that the vast majority of women just need correction, and men are just too afraid to correct them along the way. Women have always been this way. They've always been kind of, how do you say it, a little bit shady, underhanded in the way they kind of do shit. But this is just the nature of women instinctually. What we're supposed to be able to do is correct that bad behavior, but men are not allowed to do that anymore.
No. Then you just contradicted yourself. You said we're scared to do it or not allowed to do it. It's got to be one or the other. If we're not allowed
not allowed to do it to a certain extent, right? But you know what I'm saying? And even when it comes to verbal correction, men are afraid to speak up against women.
No, they're not.
They are. They're very afraid. Yes, they are.
Listen, okay. I'm not going to disagree with you all the way, right? I think we got to use a better word. Because afraid isn't the word. I would say the word, men aren't afraid to speak their mind to women. I think men, they figure out quickly the only way to make this last is to pretty much, I would say, not argue, stay away from the things that creates a hostile environment, right? So they're not afraid. What they do is they figure out another way to make this work, and by that is being non-confrontational. So men are non-confrontational because they understand that because they're dealing with a person who's more invested in their emotional well-being, that this is not the best suitor to make this last and keep this family together. You understand what I'm saying?
Ruthless. It's the submissive husbands out here, right? Some of these husbands submit to their wives because they believe it is right. You know, right? They acquiesce in her presence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a servant husband and none of that stuff, and the wife's supposed to serve you, but they don't kind of get that they doing all the serving. You know, right? And she's ruling over them in some cases.
Yes, and I agree with you. And that largely that's because they're trapped. It's cheap. Remember the story, you're cheaper to keep her? So some men are trapped because they got tricked. Once you get married, you tie her to your 401k, you tie her to your assets. So if a man got a great deal of things, he's a high earner, right? Particularly Asian men and white men in a lot of these cases. Because I deal with a lot of white clients, right? And they run that motherfucking house, because it's cheaper to keep her, and they're not willing to depart, or if they can help it, to give her something that they can just keep while she's here, right? It's hers anyway. If they say, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I don't care if she leaves. She's gonna get that anyway. So they might as well try to just stay in there and just still have their family together, their kids intact. So a lot of white men and Asian men, they subscribe to this, right? Happy wife, happy life is super big in there. They're way more into black men. There's 80% of us are like that. The rest, there's still some shit that we're fighting. But white men, Asian men, they will have
submissive husband.
That what?
The submissive husband. You know, the guys out there who actually believe that the man should submit to the woman, but that is right.
only because the laws within the land protect her. And the courts, one thing about white men and Asian men understand, the courts value the women more than they do the men. So it's cost them, even Tom Brady, who divorced his wife, who got just as maybe a lot of money too, she still tried to take his assets. She still went after his assets to split them. Even though she's well worth plus
She's worth more than him. She's worth more than him.
Yeah, but she's still trying to divide the assets up. That was his. But she lost. Tom Brady was smart. He put his mom's name. So when she came after him, she couldn't touch him. But she filed to go after his assets. Even though you're right, she's worth more than him. But she's still greedy. See, this is where we have to understand. It doesn't mean just because a motherfucker make more money than me, don't mean they don't want it all.
And you see what happens when you part ways with the alpha male. She with a damn karate instructor now, nigga. Karate instructor.
Yes, because she could control him and run over him.
But she won't like him though, because you know why? Once a woman has been with an alpha male, she recognizes the beta male in other people at that point, in other men. You know, right? She can see it. And once women see that weakness, that vulnerability, most guys don't understand that's points against you. Because your masculinity to her is tainted. Yeah. So I don't expect this to last too long either, but you know what I'm saying? Let's keep going along with it. And Rufus, most cases, most niggas ain't got no money. You got shit to give the bride.
Anyway. I would beg to differ. Even
they got shit to give the bride.
So more the middle class is still pretty big. So even the 401ks still exist. There's most men got 401ks with a nice amount of money in there. They got investments, right? So they may not be rich, but they have accumulated being with her, quite a bit of other things that she has access to. So yeah, I mean, they still got something for her to take, right?
Most men have equity of a used car, Nick.
Well,
most
we got
men have the equity of a used car.
It's not that. It's not. It doesn't. So we got to quantify.
Now, depending on what brand of used car you're talking about, speaks to the caliber of man, right? Like you could be a used Bugatti. Okay, you got high end, but most niggas is around used Dodge Rams, used Sophias, shit like that, right? On the equity scale. So they really ain't got shit to give in the first place. Marriage to them was probably the best thing ever happened to some of those niggas, helping to organize their shit. Because we don't like to say it, but lots of motherfuckers is living, you know what I'm saying? You know, in that $34,000, $35,000 range, $50,000 range. They live in that way. They live in that. They just living a little above their means to give off a certain image, but they still living in that range, right?
Well, I mean, we got to quantify that though. Like, what do you mean, most men? So that's too general. So you have different levels of men. You have poor men. We say poverty line, at the poverty line. Okay, that's a percentage. Then you have the middle class man who has they have 401k accounts. They have access to stocks, bonds, all this shit, right? They even got probably some properties. Doesn't mean, right? It doesn't mean they're rich. They mean they're doing well-to-do. And these women have access to that. So you just can't say most men just got a car note. There are multiple men out here, and we see that the poor men aren't necessarily getting married either, right? Most poor people aren't getting married. Most people who are married, the most married people are the middle class, right? So let's talk about them. And most of them have 401k accounts, which she has access to if she divorced him. Most of these guys have different investment portfolios.
Not the cap. The average
American. When you're talking about white people, Asian is the number one.
Most people are living from check to check, and some people are even falling below that.
No.
Credit card debt is at a all-time high. Rufus, stop the cap.
So listen, hear me out. When you talk about Asian men, we already come up to the Asian men. When it comes to jobs, are the highest earners among all races. So most Asian men got really good jobs. Asian women too. Asian women even more, right? So my point I'm making is there are still a lot of Asian men and white men with good paying jobs, and they're making what, 60K, 50, 65K, which is not a lot of money, but they have things that are still worth taking, right? They still got a 401k that can be took half of. They're still, the kids are at jeopardy. There are a lot of things that can still be, and they still have to pay child support. Those things are still takeable, and a woman can still receive those things. So even if the middle class is, they're taking little losses here and there, but they still have investments. They still got other things, ADS. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole too much, but I just want to say it's not that black and white to say that all men, most men, no. Most men, you got a lot of middle class men with good savings account, good 401ks, good investments that women can have access to if they divorce them. So moving back to the point though, the reason why I am anti, got another guest coming up. And here goes another delusional guest, but it's all good. Big dog barking. Welcome to the show, sir.
What going on, Ruthless?
Even though your barking sometimes sounds like a chihuahua, but we're gonna let you make it today. Yeah, because Big Dog Bark is married and he's a little delusional too. But it's okay, it's all good. We're gonna mine this shit out. We're gonna get to the bottom of why are these married men so worried about or so in a disagreement the way single men are living. Right? And I told Freezy, marriage is not absolute. It's not something that you need to be. Well, you need to get married to have a nuclear family. That is not absolute. And every time we preach this, it seems like the divorce rate keeps going up. The single rate keeps going up, right? The single mama rate keeps going up. The stepdaddy rate going up, right? All these things are at all-time highs, right? All these numbers of single moms, single stepdaddies, and this seem like the wave of the future. And who's leading this charge? Women, married women who are divorcing their husbands at $800,000+ a year. So I'm really, and then I do believe once again, and I know Big Dog Bargain, he's a little delusional, but I do believe Big Dog Bargain is happy wife and a happy life in it for his. Now I will say, Big Dog Bargain, him and his wife, he did display some toxicity about his situation. Right? He always puts those thing on there. Or if you don't like it, you can leave. I think he did that like 3 or 4 years ago, but I think that has slowly changed. But at the end of the day, I believe most men, at least 98 to 99% who are married, are happy wife and happy life in it, or else their women will leave them. That's just a cold hard fact. Unless the only way that woman stays, despite that, if her emotions are super strong there, then there's some little changes there. So what do you say, Big Dog Barky? What do you got? Come on, don't come up here howling. Let me hear you bark.
Ruthless. Why the hell are you so delusional? I'm just saying, like I be agreeing with you on certain shit, Ruthless. I give you certain shit, but Ruthless, the reason you are the way you are because of you and your bad judgment.
So I judge based on evaluations, right? I look at each person. So when I'm with a woman in a relationship, I evaluate her and I give her a fair equity, right, on the relationship. So that means everything she does, I don't necessarily break up with her right away. I will see if we can work through it and see if we can grow from this, right? So I give a fair amount of grace.
Okay, so how long was before you start seeing red flags in that 4-year relationship?
I said 90 days, first 90 days.
3 months.
Yeah.
And
there's not a woman I haven't seen a red flag in the first 90 days.
Okay. 3 months. All right, cool. What was the red flag in them 3 months that you saw?
Very combative.
She liked to argue.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you?
Very insecure.
All right. So she liked to argue, and she's always thinking about something. She always got something on her head.
Well, yeah, she didn't like her breasts. She wanted a boob job. She
was insecure about her body.
Yes, about herself. Like she was insecure about herself.
Okay, and she liked to argue.
That's a red flag.
Okay, and she liked to argue, and she insecure about her body. Do you like to argue, Ruthless?
No.
So why was you dealing with a female?
Well, let me say this. I don't like to argue with a female. I don't mind debating on these platforms, like we do. Like, man, you finna argue, and I'm signing up for this. But typically, in a relationship, it's different, right? Me and you, because I don't mind arguing with men, because even though we do get a little emotional sometimes, but still, we can still have a logical, pathological debate. Where women, they get more of their emotions, tied to their emotions. So I really don't like to argue with them.
Okay, so you don't like arguing with women?
No, because number one is the problem with women. Most of them are petty.
Okay.
So when you argue with them, they have a problem letting things go. They have a problem with, letting the past stay the past.
All right, so she was arguing all the time. You don't want to argue. That's a red flag. You should let her go then. And she insecure about her body, which means every time she looked on social media, she was comparing what she saw on social media to herself, and she felt some type of way, which means she wanted you to go pay for some plastic surgery. Did you pay for the plastic surgery?
No.
Now let's call this out, Big Dog Barking. You're describing the vast majority of women in general, always finding something to complain about and so insecure about their own bodies. That's the vast majority of women.
I'm not gonna argue with it. I agree with it, but as a man, if that's something you don't like, why you kept dealing with it?
Okay, so once again, you just heard what ADS just said, right?
I heard what Lord ADS said, and
So I'm dating 5 different women, right?
Right now, yeah.
Just say, right?
Okay.
All of them got about the one thing I say about universally women got about the same insecurity measures, right? And the same argumentative measures. Pretty much all of them roll in those little areas. There's some more extreme than others. Okay. Right. So, but when you pick the one you really like out these 5, and you say, okay, I'm going to really give this a chance to see if we can work this out on our compatibility level, then now I stop seeing the other 4. Because I don't want to put up their red flags. I don't want them. And this one, I'm going to see if we're compatible beyond their red flags.
Okay.
And that's the part of any man dealing with any woman.
Now, Ruthless, let me catch you there, Ruthless.
Okay.
That's part of conflict resolution. Because if you're going to deal with the bitch, you got to know how to check the bitch, right? And all of them ain't checked the same way. You know what I'm saying? Some of you come straight up and say, shut the fuck up with. Other ones, you give them the cold salad treatment. You know what I'm saying? That's the most effective way to check them. It really all depends on the broad and how she responds to certain things, right? But as far as most broads are concerned, yes, they are combative. It's just they're especially black broads, because on the inside, I think they're angry at you because you wasn't something that, you know what I'm saying, they wanted you to be, right? It's almost like a bitterness about that, disdain about that, right? That you weren't on the, you know what I'm saying, the level that they expected you to be on or whatever, right? So you're gonna have to deal with that. That's just something internal with them, right? They will always fight to get out of a relationship. But if you know how to check them, they tend to turn around. You know what I'm saying? You know how to handle them, they tend to turn around, right? And get more into the man.
Yeah.
That's when you get the woman. But that requires a lot of work. And you gotta ask yourself this: is that woman worth that amount of work, right?
Right.
Was she worth it, Rufus?
For them 4 years? Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah, because she was a bad bitch, and she has a good coochie, and we have some good times too, right? Okay. It was worth it because I liked her enough to see how far we can go.
You liked her pussy enough to see how far y'all.
And her too. And her too. I liked her too.
What did you like? What did you like about her?
We were friends. We were friends for a year before we even got together. That's number one, right?
Okay, so you supposed to know something about her.
It wasn't like I just met her 2-3 weeks and we got I knew her for a year plus, and then we got together. So my point is this, right?
Listen.
Sometimes we got to roll. Most times, most men are going to roll the dice, or we got to at some point roll a motherfucking dice.
Why you don't play poker?
I do play poker. I'm a big poker player. What you talking about?
Why you ain't play poker with her instead of playing craps?
She don't like poker. But anyway,
I'm just saying now.
I'm saying, everybody, when you're dealing with someone you like, you're rolling the dice. There is no open and shut case.
It's supposed to be a strategy, though, Ruthless.
But the strategy is what men. This is what men and women we're dealing with is we're looking at our red flags. Everybody got red flags.
I agree with that. Everybody got a
red.
I got one better for you.
Ruthless. It's about what red flags you can deal with. That's what it comes down to. And this is why relationship lasts 2 to 3 years or some longer, to try to see if y'all can get to a place, a happy medium, where you can deal with the red flags, as long as we can, and this is how it's going to be. But you're rolling the dice, right? Ain't no guarantees. You can't say, oh, well, just because we did all this is guaranteed. No, it's probability versus low probability. Quality versus quantity. So now you're rolling the dice with this one woman, or these 2 women, or these whatever women, how many amount you want to roll the dice with to see if you guys can come out on top.
But even when you got multiple women, Ruthless, you supposed to have some type of strategy on how you're going to deal with these different women, because all of them ain't cut the same.
Where where we dealing with them, when we're dealing with these women,
5 different women, Ruthless, that's a whole harem. That's a harem of women. So you got 5 concubines under you at one time.
Okay. That's now. I got
Ruthless. What are you rich?
Of course. But
Ruthless. Where do you find the time to deal with 5 different women?
Let me break it out to you. Now, under my new structure of my life, right? Now they all have slots, and they've built their slots, right? I see them once a week, once every other week.
Ruthless, you was doing good until you started this cap. That's cap, nigga.
No, let me finish.
You're doing good.
These women I deal with, right? I deal with them in their slot, right? First, because I let them know up front. Let me finish.
That slot, right?
I let them know up front.
And all these women acquiesce to that
slot. You gotta let me finish, ADS. Let me get it out. Let me get the thought out. I deal with them up front in a very transparent manner, right? There's other women that I'm dealing with, so I give them the option to stay or walk away. Once they accept the fact that I'm dealing with other women, they pretty much understand they're not going to see me every day. They pretty understand they might not see me every week. So they're at peace with that fact for us to even move forward. So there are women who, if they like you enough, and this is the degree, if a woman rock with you enough, she will be with you no matter what. This is what, right? This is just the true fact of the matter. So yes, and I slot them where they're at. When it's our time, we spend our time. We have a good time, and I see you when I see you again. And, we do FaceTime sometimes.
I can see if you're talking about if you had a main chick and then maybe a chick on the side, or maybe 2 chicks on the side, right? You was kicking it with 5 bitches in slots, nigga.
I don't have a main chick.
Let me ask you this question, Ruthless.
Yeah.
Is it a problem for them to have other niggas on the side?
Yes.
Why?
Because we're not equal.
So you could tell them how it is and they accept that shit. Is it because they really like
here's the thing, Big Dog Barker. Let me help you out with that. I really don't have to do that because most women don't like most men. So they just being faithful on their own merit.
So you telling me.
Let me finish. Most women I deal with a lot of really pretty girls. So they don't like 98% of niggas they run into. And a lot of dudes that they do like, other than me, are lacking a lot more than me. So they pick me, and because I'm stable and I'm giving them a sense of stability. So yeah.
So basically, you saying that they ain't gonna smash another nigga?
I don't know that. I don't know that. I can't say that.
Now this one, Rufus, I gotta call you, brother. You sound like you tricking big dollars, nigga.
That big dollars.
Yeah, you sound like you tricking hard, nigga. You ain't tricking soft. You tricking hard, nigga. Like you know, so you make it rain on these hoes.
I don't control these women though. Money can't control women.
But you think money control them though? Because every time you talk,
every woman that I've been with, I always spent big dollars on. I always spend money. When I was in a monogamous relationship with one woman, I spent money, a lot of money on her. So it's just multiple instead of just one. So it's real. So here's the reality that I think we have to understand, right? Women, and the man they look for averagely and on the most consistent basis is someone that's going to give them the things they want from them. They don't look for men. They're not just with men off the willy-nilly. Oh, I just like him. Why you like him? I don't know. He just cute. No. They look for providers. And how and these providers, these provisions, they are like money, that's one of them. Emotional support, that's another one. And sexual performance. That's another one.
Rufus, it sounds like these broads see your pockets coming and they hear that jingle and jangle, jingle jangling. Nigga.
No. This is where you're wrong.
That's what it is.
This is where you're wrong, right? There is a validity, right? No, I ain't gonna say you're wrong. Every woman looks. I'm just trying to confuse you. Every woman looks for that, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Whether you lead with your personality or not, they're still looking for you to be. Every woman looks for your pockets. What are we talking about?
They not look at the dig in your pocket. They just want to make sure you able to do something.
Listen, all women are looking for the same thing.
For you to be able to do something.
Wants to raise an adult boy. Nobody wants to raise an adult man.
Okay, so the women have come in.
Self-sufficient. That's all they really want is for you to be self-sufficient. You ain't got to be much else but self-sufficient.
These women have come on here and said with a loud voice, right? They want their mans to be 6 feet, 6 figures. So I don't know why y'all keep talking like it's just me. This is what they're saying.
But why do you listen to that shit though?
Rufus, that's bullshit. Those bitches
exactly.
They just saying shit. They know good and well. He can lay that shit down. They going with that nigga that 5'2".
Let me play this video. We're gonna let the women speak because y'all always want to argue with Rufus. Rufus, you wrong. Okay. We're gonna hear what the women got to say, right?
That's a lot of bullshit that they say, Rufus.
It don't matter. It don't matter. You can't say you're not them. You gonna listen to what they got. Here we go.
Women don't actually like men, and so they get the benefit. Yeah, they don't actually like men. They don't want a husband, so it's like better for them because they get the attention from the men. They like men's sexual attention. They can still sleep with the hot guys from Tinder, and they get the kid from the ex, and then they're good forever.
Right? Or they take the money from the men who are actually giving a shit about them and give it to a guy that doesn't care about them at all. She is perfect. She's 100% right. Women do not love men. Men love women. Women don't love men.
So, right? And this is a very Pearly Things is very established in this space, right? And she deals with women on a day-to-day basis, and she's calling it like it is. Women do not actually like men like we think they like us. They always want to use us for whatever they want to use us for. But it's all about usury. And these women are not just liking men. Oh, well, you just laying it. No. Even if the guy doesn't have money and she fucking with him, he got that good D. He got that good D. And that's to her, that's equity, right? She needs that. Now, the problem with the guy with the good D, every time the argument comes, she'll call him broke. She'll name call him, and they're going to be toxic as fuck. But the problem, what I'm saying is women don't like men the way we think. We're delusional. We think She like us for our character only. Oh yeah, she just like because I'm funny and I'm good looking. She don't want my money. Well,
Ruthless.
I mean, I'm just saying. I just don't see women out here. I don't see women out here paying for dates on a consistent basis. I don't see women out here paying for men's mortgages on a consistent basis. Talk to me.
Ruthless. Your thing is they like money, period. That's
No,
your whole
no. I preface that. I said they like money, emotional support, and sexual performance. All those are
okay.
part of it.
Okay, that's being
But
in a relationship too.
Money is on the pie chart though.
I say, so what? Just because they like money don't mean they got to like your money.
Exactly.
They like your money.
What's one advantage of the Pookie that you gotta love about the Pookie, brother? You know, say the Pookie sets it up front that he doesn't have those type of resources. He's just getting by, right? So automatically the bride fuck with him or she don't. It's just really that simple.
What's something that give you butterflies?
Money. Money gives me butterflies.
And these are the women speaking. Why are you guys arguing with them?
But
And this
like,
is your problem. Y'all want to argue with them. No. Let me say this.
Like ADS just said,
Let me say this.
How you got a problem with the rich nigga and the broke nigga? How do y'all have a problem with both niggas?
Listen, why are we arguing with what the women are? They are
because the women like who they like,
what they want, and they like money first and other things.
Like how the broke niggas always smashing them?
You can't tell me all these high-end women who preaching money, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all these high-end broads preaching money is with broke niggas.
Let's break it down.
It was niggas who ain't making it nearly as much money.
Let's break it down. ADS, good question. So let's get these levels. Let's level set this. Let's break down. So you got, okay, let's start out with the women at the top. Like you said, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Nah, fuck that. Go to Rihanna. Go to Rihanna. Go to Rihanna.
Damn, don't cut me off. Let's just look at these women, right? Rihanna, all these women, right? Yeah. Now, these type of women, they're still not going to. Nicki Minaj got with a long time love. That dude got the penny. He was a drug boy, D-boy. I guess he just got out. She was with Meek Mills, but that didn't work out. So Nicki Minaj got with someone she could control because she couldn't control Meek Mills like she wanted to because he got too much money, too many. So women like power, right? Especially if they got a lot of money. Now, would they date down or deal with a man who make less than them in certain instances? Number one, the man that Nicki got with, they had a long-standing history. I guess it's her first love or something. So there was, a control factor there that she took. Okay, that's rare right there. That is an outlier, right? Cardi B, she's messing with, Offset was a millionaire and she got with Diggs, who's a millionaire. So she's not dealing. She make more money than them, but these guys are still considered the upper slot and they have the number one thing she likes, status, right? So that type of woman. Them women up there, like Kim Kardashian, all them women up there, they're more sexual. You still have to have a level of status to be with them, right? You don't have to be.
Ruthless, you're missing the point, though, brother. They with the same dudes they say in the club they don't want to be with.
What I'm saying is they're not going to mess with a broke dude, though. They're not going to go down and put a nigga out the mud, though. Kanye West, yes, Kim worth more than him, yes. But Kanye West was still a millionaire. So that's really splitting hairs, right?
Who was also a millionaire, preaching that shit.
Right.
Amber Rose was talking that shit.
Yes.
Look what she did.
Yes.
Let's keep going through it. Let's keep going through it, though.
Yes, but listen
brother,
to this. The
women date down all the time.
No. That's not dating down, though. Right? That's not dating down. If she's a millionaire.
Are you telling me that dude that Amber Rose with that ran off with Cher wasn't dating down?
Okay, so let's clearly, Amber Rose messed with a lot of rappers, right? She did with a lot of rappers who were mostly millionaires, right? Young millionaire rappers. She got some history. Amber Rose was selling her body, her coochie too. So the guy she did, she's charging him. So when I'm saying this, right?
She chased that nigga for a year after he left with Cher.
So what I'm saying is
for a year.
Okay, you're not listening to what I'm saying. There are outliers, but this is not the majority. This is not even, this is less than 0.1% of the population.
Ruthless.
Right?
Why
So
you-
now let's look at, let's listen. Let's have this conversation. So we just went over the rich women who got money, and they mostly deal with other millionaires. They don't, Cardi B is not dating a nigga from the hood. That's broke.
She married a nigga from the hood.
But he wasn't broke, though. He was a millionaire.
Hey,
Cardi
Rufus,
B,
the only
Offset
rule
was a
that I've
millionaire.
seen,
Offset,
the only time I've seen the rule apply was with Steve Harvey with the 666
no.
rule.
So,
That's only
hold on.
because he's a simp.
Slow down. So Offset was already on the scene before Cardi B. So he was already a millionaire. When she came on the scene, she was making less than Offset. Then she surpassed him. Right? Her career surpassed his career. And then she started making more money than him. But before, when she first came out, when she did that video with him, like quarter lick, Offset was ahead of her. He was already established. Migos was already in the game for like 3 years.
She was already
Hold on,
making
let me
movies
say
for that
this.
video.
What I'm saying is Offset and them was already in the game for 3 years before Cardi B came on the scene.
Yeah, that's true. But
So
Love
they were-
and Hip Hop,
so
Love and
they-
Hip Hop put Cardi B in the
So-
game, not Offset.
So what I'm saying is these Cardi B was not yet the woman she was when she got with Offset.
She was
They
on her
with
way.
the same niggas they say they don't want to be with. They with the same niggas. Because you know all that shit they say is bullshit.
My point. She was not the woman she was when
Really,
she met Offset.
that is truly circumstantial what they say, right? With the 666 rule, that is truly circumstantial.
No, it's not. It's true.
It's circumstantial, brother.
So let me finish my point.
It's
Okay,
because
okay.
they're in some mood, they
Let me
don't
finish.
like you or something like that. That's when the 666 rule applies. That's your way in. But
So
if
once
they like
again,
you in the
so what I'm saying, ADS, is we have to look at women. Yes, do they have a lot of expectations? Yes. Do sometimes they meet men that don't meet the expectation? Sometimes, yes. Okay. But what we are saying is that women typically between 18 and 35 will chase the bag. They would chase the guy with the clout. They would chase the guys. Now, do they friend zone guys who aren't those guys? Yes. And give it to us later on? Yes. But bottom line is women, they are hypergamous by nature. This is why the divorce rate is where it's at. This is why it's 800,000 divorces a year, because they're looking at social media and they think they can do better.
Ruthless, why you didn't marry Lil Mom?
Huh?
Why you didn't marry Shawty you were dealing with?
Because she didn't qualify.
And it took you 4 years to realize that.
Yeah.
Either she was good at hiding some shit or you slow.
No, I kept her around longer because,
the pussy was good.
The reason why we last is the long she did. She did buy me roses. She did buy me roses. She do things. I mean, and then I did like her a little bit, but
outside of buying you rose, what else she do?
But listen,
I want to know. Outside of the rose, what else did she do?
I thought 4 years was fair. I thought it was fair.
4 years.
Yes, I thought that was enough time to evaluate and see who she really was. Yes, 4 years is a very nice time frame to evaluate.
It don't take that long to know if she the shit.
Or it depends. Now, we're not a monolith. So just because you may think that doesn't mean, and you may do that, I don't see it the same way. So you don't project onto me the way you do your thing.
I was just saying, 3 months. That'll give you enough time to see if she worth dealing with or not in 3 months.
No. It depends. Come on, man.
Depends on what?
You're beating on a dead horse. All I'm saying is every man has a way they vet in court.
I get it.
And everybody does not do things the same, right?
Okay, yeah.
So what makes you tick may not make me shit, nigga. What makes you wake up in the morning might make me fall asleep at night, right? So bottom line is, so don't sit here and try to say, well, Rufus, that's you, nigga. That's maybe how you move. But I may move different. And this is why we're not a monolith.
I agree, but like I said,
You can't tell me If I want to spend 4 years of my life with this woman and then leave her, that's my prerogative.
But what was the strategy?
The strategy was to give her a fair chance. And then there was other things that kept me around because I liked her.
Outside of roses.
Oh,
and
I
pussy.
told you she was a bad bitch out of good coochie.
Okay, she cute with good coochie and gave you roses.
She was cute. She'd have been done. She got to be a bad bitch.
Was she cooking for you? Was she cooking for you?
Huh?
Did she cook?
Hell no. I was hustling. I was on the road. I was in different states.
Even I hustled, Rufus, and I came home to home cooked meals when I was hustling.
I don't, but that's not my requirement though. See, that's
okay.
The
So cooking was your requirement. All right, bet. Did she keep the house clean?
It still ain't.
Did she keep the house clean?
No, because we didn't live together.
So you don't want the cooking and you don't want the cleaning. You just want the pussy.
Okay, you gotta understand I'm a convict, right? You're not an ex-convict.
Okay,
right?
that's cool.
So, damn. When I'm explaining myself, I kept my own house clean. You know what I mean? I didn't need her to do a lot of things. All I needed her to do is get along with me. That's it.
Yeah, all she needed to do was to look cute and fuck you when you felt like.
She struggled at that, so I had to let it go.
She struggled with fucking?
No, at getting along with me.
For 4 years?
That was my deal breaker. You got to get along. You got to be able to get along majority of the time.
That proves my point. That proves my point is she lasted 45 months too long because y'all couldn't get along. But the only reason she stayed that long was because the pussy was good.
And also,
she was cute.
And also, I liked her.
Outside of the roses and the pussy, why did you like her?
I liked her because when we were together, I had a little bit of feelings.
Butterflies.
Yeah, I had a little bit of things that I liked her. You know what I mean?
She gave you butterfly ruthless.
Nah, not that much. It was more of a.
She made you feel a little tingly inside.
Well, I liked her. Mama, I'm not gonna go into it. But my point is this, right? We as men have to understand that what you may do to vet your women is not what I do to vet my women.
I look at behavior. I don't give a fuck about the looks at the coochie. I look at behavior.
But you can't sit here and say you never had a toxic relationship that you stayed in too long.
I'm in a toxic relationship, man.
Okay, and so why you keep talking about why I leave? Why
the toxicity I could deal with, I get cooking and cleaning, I get sex when I want to. It's just she got a bad attitude.
So
I cuss out about it.
But here's the point: you took what you can deal with her that you can deal with.
But I take a bad attitude and get everything else. You just got pussy and nothing else.
Huh?
What I'm saying is you settle for the physical with nothing else. I settle for attitude and get everything.
Once again, we're not a monolith. You keep trying to.
I win.
It doesn't. No, you don't. Because I
don't.
Because I don't care about the shit you care about.
You care about pussy.
Okay, but once again,
I pussy and plus some more.
Big dog barking. What I'm saying is, if cooking is not a requirement for me, if keeping the house clean is not a requirement for me.
You don't require shit.
Let me finish. If those things are not a requirement for me, I'm winning.
You don't ask for nothing but pussy.
So what's the problem?
The problem is you're gonna always lose.
That what?
You were losing before you started doing the shit you doing now. You were losing.
No, I wasn't. I was winning because I got what I wanted out the deal.
Pussy.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Okay, you got it.
Okay, how am I losing if I'm getting what I want? That don't make no sense.
You got it. Like I said, you dealt with a combative female that only gave you ass. I deal with a combative female that give me ass and everything else.
Because that's you.
But any man will listen to me and you talking right now and say, "Well, I get what you get plus some."
Who cares? I don't give a fuck with the motherfucker.
I win.
I don't give a fuck a nigga want to. I don't.
But I win. I win, Ruthless.
No, you don't.
I'm dealing with the same thing you dealing with.
Plus, no. The
I get what you get plus more.
No, what I'm saying is this. Let me help you out. I don't. I don't require the things you require. I don't give a whole bunch of. I don't care if a whole bunch of men think like you. I don't care. What I am saying is what I want. If I'm getting, as long as I'm receiving what I get, what I want, pussy and companionship.
I get that too.
At that time, I'm happy with it. I don't need. Hold up. I don't need a lot of other shit. Now, if she does those things, it's cool. I'm not going to really tell her to stop. If she wants to clean the house or she wants to cook a meal, she's cooked meals for me at times. She's baked for me. She's made whole meals for me for the appreciation or whatever. Those things were cool, but those things were not a requirement for me.
So
Let me
basically,
make that clear. And if she did it, I appreciate it. And we had a 4-year stint where we dealt with each other until we couldn't deal with each other no more. Now, some people want 6 months, some people 4 years, some people 10 years, whatever it is, right? But the bottom line is married men are getting divorced every motherfucking day.
okay, I get that part.
Okay,
What I'm saying is that you have bare minimum requirements, and then say a married nigga delusional, but all you want is bare minimum requirements.
And that's my prerogative.
But then I'm married, been married 20 plus years, and I get what you get plus everything else.
And that's your prerogative.
So I win.
No, you don't win because I don't want what you want. Because I don't want what you want.
But I get everything niggas say they want from women.
But I don't want what you want.
Well, then you stick to just I get what everybody.
Big dog barking. If I don't want what you want, how am I losing?
Because you selling it for basic shit.
Not selling is what I want.
Basic shit.
I want, but the shit. That's what I want. That's what matters. It's what I want, and that's all that fucking matters. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't. Big dog barking. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you want all this shit and I want all this shit. It doesn't. What you want as a man is you. What I want as a man is me. We're two different individuals. And listen, every woman ain't for every fucking man.
The funny thing about it is, a lot of niggas be begging for that shit. I didn't have to beg for that shit. It would give it to me.
It doesn't matter.
I win.
You got lucky.
I didn't get lucky. I won.
You got lucky. You
got strategy.
Have you won? I don't know. I don't know your life. I don't know whether I'm not there every day to see you guys. So, and I don't believe married men. I think you guys are liars. So,
about what? What am I lying about?
I think you guys lie about the things you lie about, right? But
what did I lie about?
Really
you just said I was toxic. I just told you I was toxic.
It doesn't really matter though what I believe about your life because you live in the life in your life, right?
I'm winning.
So you're winning because you're getting
everything
you want, even though she is, like you said,
bad.
Very bad attitude.
Very bad attitude.
And you are putting up with that for an exchange of services.
I get exchange everything. I get everything. I can deal with the bad attitude.
And also you pay the bills.
We pay half and half.
Okay.
That's an excellent split though, if that's the case, big dog. 50-50 is a great split, brother.
I be trying to tell Ruthless that he is. He don't want to listen.
I mean, you can expect some level of combativeness out of black women. It's just that's their nature. They like to fight sometimes, right?
Love to fight.
Exactly. And if you know how to kind of check that shit or how to handle it, they good to go. They really is. Once you in with them good, they get that little, they get the bitching about something, and you know how to kind of tend to it.
It is. I roll a blunt and grab my PlayStation. I don't got time for it.
Yeah. Rufus over there trying to have these deep sound conversations with the bitch when the bitch is insane. Let her talk.
I'm not trying to have what are you talking about? I'm not having no deep ass conversation. I don't give a fuck. This is what I'm saying is I view women at this point in my life as assets to what I want for them and what I want for them. And what I want for them is very simple.
Penny stocks.
Yeah. That's it. So that's fine. Right? I'm not here to tell another man what he wants or what he should want or what he shouldn't want. What I am saying is this. You don't have to project your life on me though.
I didn't.
You did. You're like, oh, I'm winning. You're losing.
I just said, like, if I'm dealing with the same shit you dealing with, and I get more out of the deal than you is, I win.
No, because if I have to want it for it to be a competition.
You don't want it?
Yeah, I told you 100% I don't give a fuck about all that other shit. We already got established that I don't care about cooking.
So
I don't care about cleaning.
You just like a lot of other niggas, all you want is the body. You don't want nothing else.
Okay, so what's wrong with that?
You don't want nothing but the bare minimum.
So what I'm just saying is, what's wrong with that? It's not your life. You don't have to live it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, then you don't have to live. You don't have to live my life.
I don't. You're right.
Okay, then so why does it matter to you so much?
I told you several times, Ruthless. I don't have a problem with what you're doing, Ruthless. But if I'm doing the same thing you're doing and I get more, I win.
You keep repeating though. That's my point. You keep repeating the same shit. Oh, well, why you only want to be
Ruthless. I tell you over and over again. I don't have a problem with your lifestyle.
No, you do because you keep repeating it.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Oh, why you on bare minimum? Why you on bare minimum? Why you on bare?
Because that's what it boiled down to. You can't sit up here and tell men that women are fucking them over when all you doing is investing in the bare minimum.
No, that's not. This nigga here got to be honest, man.
Man, you're telling me that women are fucking niggas over and all they want is money, but all you want is the bare minimum. How is that? How can you give advice?
Because the value of what one wants
is for niggas that think like you.
To that point, Big Dog Bucket. If my value, what I want is the things that I want, whether it's bare minimum or where it's 100 things.
Right.
As long as I'm getting a return on my value and I see fit for me, I can be happy with that. That's all that matters.
And that's
cool. I'm not here to tell another man what he should be valuing.
And that's cool. If that's all you want, that's perfectly fine. Okay, you can't turn around and tell niggas.
Nobody's telling you.
No, you're not telling me. I'm just saying what your everyday rhetoric is this right here. You're getting what you want is the pussy. Fine. I've been told you I'm cool with that. Fine. But then you're turning around and say niggas are delusional to think they women ain't gonna want this and this. Like, bro, you just want pussy. Other niggas be wanting other shit.
Okay, so now you're conflating. What I'm saying is this, right?
This your conversation, not mine.
No, you're conflating the conversation by saying that men are delusional. What I am saying is this: the men are delusional to blame other men for women's actions.
I blame you for picking a stupid woman.
No, you can't blame me.
How come I can't?
Right? Because I'm happy with the 4 years. Was it 4 years that I will take with me, and I'm cool with it.
Okay, I'm satisfied that's your 4 year situation.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
I'm happy with that 4 years, and I'm not sitting here killing myself about it. Right? I'm cool.
I got you.
So therefore, off to the next. If it lasts a year, cool. And it's over. Off to the next. If it lasts 6 months, cool. Off to the next. Or whether it lasts 100 years, cool. The bottom line is, if I am at peace with the relationship that I am participating in and came to the conclusion that it just won't work moving forward, I am at peace with that. And I will cherish some of the good memories I had with her and try to erase the bad memories. But the bottom line is every man, because we don't subscribe to the same thing, doesn't make me any less valuable than you, right? I want what I want, you want what you want.
I didn't say you listen to man.
When you make it sound like, oh, well, you only want when I'm saying that men are delusional, we blame other men for women's actions. We're relieving them of the accountability for the integrity of the shit they did.
Ruthless. What I'm saying is this, Ruthless. Whether you want to have a roster or one chick, if she got bad behavior and you know she got bad behavior, why are you dealing with a woman that got bad behavior?
Because why are you dealing with a wife that got bad behavior?
I mitigated my risk just like you do. Okay. And I realized that I could deal with her bad attitude if I'm getting everything else outside of pussy.
That's not that question. You love her.
Yeah, I love my wife.
Okay, then. So that covers up a lot of bad things she does. If you didn't love her, you would have left her already, correct?
Ruthless. I told you before.
No?
You know how many times I left her?
Yes or no? But you're still with her because what? You love her, right?
I stopped with my bullshit.
You're still with her because you love her, right?
I stopped my bullshit, Ruthless. I held myself accountable for what I was doing wrong.
But you still love her, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's why.
But I also stopped doing my bullshit.
Doesn't matter.
Driving a wedge between me and my wife.
Okay, but the point I'm making, you're doing it because you love her.
Doesn't matter.
So my point is, I'm not here to talk about who does the most wrong and who does the least wrong.
I'm just telling you, when you asking the question, I'm telling you. I'm the troublemaker, not her. I'm the troublemaker.
I didn't ask you that question.
But I'm telling you, I'm the troublemaker. Her attitude is minuscule to the shit I do.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you about you with her because you love her. Simple.
I said that. But I also said I'm the troublemaker.
We don't care who was the problem maker. We don't give a fuck.
But that's your rhetoric, though. Women are problems.
The bottom line of the conversation, Big Dog Barking, is that we stay with things, or we stay with things. A lot of it's to do because we love them.
Okay, I agree with that.
Okay, and so there's no need to keep harping on what my bare minimum is and what your bare minimum is. Bottom line,
bad behavior. I'm talking about bad behavior.
You're not with her. You're not with her just because she's cooking. You're not with her just because she cleaned the house. You're with her. The main and the most important part is you got love for her. So that's the bottom line point. So my point to you is,
I'm not supposed to love the mother of my kids.
My point to you is the woman that I was with 4 years, I didn't love her enough to go through that shit with.
So why you do it with 4 years?
Because I'm going to repeat myself. You keep asking me the same question.
Because it don't make no sense if you didn't love her. Why deal with her for 4 years?
I didn't say because I told you why already. Answer the question.
Because she had some good pussy.
That and she a bad bitch. And she was
basic shit.
And we have some fun.
That sound like desperation.
That's my life though. I don't care. That's my life, and that's how
you got it. You got it.
Yeah, and I'm happy with it. So there.
Be happy with it.
So what you gonna do about it? You gonna kill yourself?
I'm cool with it. I did told you I was good with it.
Okay then. So my point is, we men have to stop trying to shame other men because they want to live their life the way they want to.
Hey,
wherever man makes his life and wants for his life and sees fit, that's that man. I'm not on these channels claiming men who are already married. If they're married, I'm not saying, hey, you need to leave her or why are you with her?
But you call them delusional.
I am saying this. I'm gonna say this.
You call them delusional.
I call them delusional when they try to.
You say they have a wife, have a life.
Big Dog Barking. Big Dog Barking. See, this is where you're conflating.
You don't say that, Ruthless.
But not because they're married.
So why you say it?
I said delusion when they give advice to single men.
Do you think married men just came out the womb married, Ruthless?
No.
So how did I had to be single before I got married?
No, but the point I'm making is no. But a lot of you married men project their situation onto other men.
When you want to get married, I'm gonna tell you how to get married. You just want to fuck a lot of bitches. I'm gonna tell you how to fuck a lot of bitches.
Nobody asks you, but this is the thing. Nobody's asking y'all for that information.
Okay, but then you can also complain because you can't find the right woman to take care of your dirty.
No. We may not want. I found all my women are right women. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying. I didn't say you, Rufus.
No, I'm just saying it's men in general. What we're doing, we're changing. We're no longer. I just don't think marriage is absolute. I don't think it should be the overall. Well, I need to get married. I'm not a man if I get married. No,
I agree. I agree.
If marriage is for some people, if you're happily married and you guys working things out, hey, I'm cool with that. I'm not here to talk against married men. Matter of fact, hold up. My ruthless rhetoric is not against men who are married. My show is about men who are having problems dealing with, and I'm letting them know that marriage is not absolute. That meaning, don't think that it's you. If you don't, if you guys not compatible, and she's not marriageable, don't get down on yourself. That's my rhetoric.
Okay, now this is what I'm telling you, Ruthless. If you don't want to get married, fine. I'm not the married nigga that's gonna push marriage. I don't push marriage. Now, if you want to get married, if you a dude that want to get married, then yeah, I'll give you some advice on how to get married. But if you don't want to get married, fine. I don't have a problem with that. My thing is telling the guys like this right here. You can't sit up here and say women are fucked up in the head when all you do is deal with fucked up ass women. And then get mad. And then get mad when they don't do wifey shit.
Okay, so so this is where you need to watch my shows more because I do break it down, right?
I watch your shows every day.
So you will hear my rhetoric about internal conflict and outside influences, right?
I'm listening.
Right? So I'm saying, I just don't say we all fucked up. Ain't nobody perfect. So I'm not sitting here saying that. What I am saying, and let me help you, let me enforce. Now to my chat, I got chat here to talk to, and let me enforce to you, Big Dog Barking. What I am saying is dealing with the woman, she has most of these women, I would say universally, women are very invested in their emotional well-being.
They're women. They love emotion. They're emotional creatures. So they invest in their emotion.
And a lot of times, this can be very, I would say, unpredictable, right?
They're
And
emotional creatures. Anything can piss them off.
well, just let me break it down. So what I mean by that is women can have internal conflict, meaning they can be insecure about their body, the way they look.
I'm sure of it.
And they necessarily, the man can't really solve for that because, right, this is why you can't tell them they're fat if they're crying about their being fat, right? You walk in to the bathroom and your wife crying, you're like, what you crying for, baby? Oh, my weight, I'm overweight. And you might know the solution to that. She knows the solution too, but you just can't say that.
Why you can't say it?
Because then if you say, you need to go to the gym down the street, then she's going to say you're the enemy, right? She's going to say you're, you know what I mean? This is why most men just go along to get along, right?
Well, that's probably why I say what I say, because I'm the bad guy. I would say it.
So look, you may be, but most men I would say, keep their families intact, keep their lives intact with their family, they kind of learn quickly that, I can't say it like that. I got to go along.
You gotta be selective in what you say, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta be selective.
So you're agreeing with me then. So Bob,
you gotta be selective.
That's what I just said. That you
I'm making sure.
You agree with me. Just say I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
You gotta be selective.
Therefore, because men, we logical and solution based, we understand that being logical and solution isn't the best for an emotional person with their emotions, because emotions and logic, they don't really fit together. Okay, so now then,
but Ruben, the good salesman know how to make it fit both ways, both logically and emotionally.
No. Then
what?
Then you have the outside influences.
Okay,
right?
social media,
media, friends, family, work husbands, whatever. Right?
She must fucking around with a working husband.
I just said this was more than
she was messing with some nigga at the job.
No. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Come on, stop doing that, please.
That would have was.
Big dog boy, I'm actually nicely. Please stop doing that. What I'm saying is these outside influences. I've named one of many. Right, I named many of them.
Right.
It could be a friend group.
Right.
It could be social media.
Okay.
It could be a work husband.
Probably.
It could be her family.
Maybe.
It could. So all these things can influence her. Women are the easiest people to influence. We agree with that, correct?
They the biggest consumers. The world is structured for them to consume everything.
Right. So when I say that there are 1 million divorces a year and women file 800,000 of them, a lot of these divorces are emotionally based, meaning once her emotions are compromised and she's been influenced in a way where she sees that her happiness is no longer about the family and about her husband, she will burn the house down, right? She will move on. She follows divorce papers. This is why they're reading the charge.
Do you take time and listen to some of the bullshit that come out their mouth sometimes?
I really don't. I have to pay attention to it because it can be detrimental, right? Especially if I'm dealing with her in a building process. Yes,
a lot of guys don't want to listen to the little bullshit that come out of the women mouth. Some of them just be bullshit. Like you said, it's emotions. They're emotional creatures. You have to listen to some of their bullshit to get along with them.
I have to listen to it. Listen, when she started talking about BS, I have to listen to it because it's detrimental to the running of this union, right? So yes, you got to listen to it, even if it's because you got to be compartmentalized and understand that, okay, how do I deal with this in the future? Or how do I do this moving forward? So yeah, you got to take information from them that they give you and use it to try to make the relationship work.
Okay.
So, we got to be, as men, we do understand duty. We do understand that when we're dealing with women, they're the weaker vessel. They are the most easiest influenced. I'm not saying we're not influenced, but they're more easier influenced than we are. So this is why men back in the day used to do covering the covered, right? You used to be the father to the husband, because this is how volatile women can be, and without covering, they're naked, right? And then they can be attacked from all corners. Hey, Smitty, my boy. Smitty. So yeah, I got a guest coming up. You know, my partner, man, my man. He's we've been in and out these spaces. Papi Blanco TV. Subscribe to Papi Blanco TV. Also,
what's good?
Also, subscribe to Big Dog Barking TV. If you want to type your channel in the chat, Big Dog Barking, go ahead. Look, so we talking about Freezy. Me and Freezy had a conversation, and because I told him about a 4-year relationship I had and stuff like that, Freezy, and they did a whole show on it, right? And we, of course, we understand married men are delusional, because Freezy said, well, why did it take 4 years? Because nigga, I want to take 4 years. By the way, I don't have to owe you no explanation. But this is the problem with men. This is the problem with we, especially, and not just married men, all men in general. We like to pounce on each other at every chance we get. And this is why the women are gaining a lot of ground in this little gender war, even though it's, a lot of us don't want to say it's a gender war, but it's a gender war. We men pounce on us. We blame each other for women's. When a woman goes and do some crazy shit, we blame the men. Said men are leaders, and you got to take the blame. We never miss the opportunity to attack a nigga's economic situation. Or you broke, or you ain't this or that. Right? That's just another form of attack. We also, when we're married, we have a tendency to project onto other men our marriage. And what they don't understand is we're not married to their wife, and we will not marry their wife, right? That's their wife. That doesn't mean all these women out here are like your motherfucking wife. And your wife might even be good for me. Like your wife give me, and we fucking not totally work out. So they need to understand that they're fucking lucky, right? And they need to do like In Vogue, hold on to your love, right? And last thing, we need to stop name calling each other. We need to stop trying to, like the word tricking and all dumbass shit. This is the tricking is the dumbest motherfucking word ever in the form of mankind. When men are providers at the bottom motherfucking line, at the bottom, and everybody's using everybody in this motherfucking world, and men are at the top of the chain in providing for the woman or for many women, whatever he can, all you can eat. But this is the standard, and this has been this shit way forever. And I'm gonna let Papi Blanco enter in his little, opinion. So what you say, Papi Blanco?
What's good, family? How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me good?
What going on, Papi?
My fat nigga, you too loud. Not playing.
Yeah, nigga. Hey, man, I came here to squabble, man. Especially with this nigga Ruthless, man. I told this nigga, I came here to fight, nigga. We about to squabble, man. Listen, man.
Such no good. I knew it.
I heard some things this morning. Like I went out last night and this nigga Freezy did like a whole night or so. I watched I called him live the last 40 minutes, I guess, an hour, right? Nigga, I heard you did a confession album, nigga, yesterday, bro. I heard you was crying like a hoe. Talk about, oh my God. My girlfriend left me, nigga. With red pill. Oh my God, nigga. Turned into a monster. Hey, but I love her. I love her, baby mama. I never let her go.
We got the video, Papi. What are you talking about?
I was like, yo, Freezy, you lying, right? Not Ruthless, nigga. Not my LA Crip, nigga. Hell, I don't believe that. I don't believe my stone cold hitter from LA was talking like giving it up like that. He was like, man, Papi, yeah, man, that nigga even cried. My nigga, I had to kick him out of the panel. This nigga was wiping his face and everything. I was like, oh shit.
We got the video. We got the video right here, Poppy.
Oh, you edited? You did some AI shit, didn't you?
That's my IG. We got the video right here, though. What are you talking about? Yeah.
I just fucking with you, man. Fucking with you. I ain't got the whole story, man.
Yeah, I was never playing. But I did say I stayed in there for a little bit to hang out, and I said it because she has some good coochie. I said
we all take losses, my nigga. Everybody loses when it comes to the relationship. Do you know how? Because all of us have been in like 6, 7, 8. I mean, between 5 and 8, that's for like an average 35-plus-year-old person when it comes to relationships, right? You want to feel in at least 6 of them. The only one you're going to win is the one that you keep.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Poppy? Or did he go out?
Hold on, can you hear me?
Yeah, now can you go ahead and say it again?
I say all of us will take losses when it comes to relationships because most people going to have 5, 6, 7 relationship, right? Serious relationship, but you only win at one. You only win one, which means the other 5, 6, 7 you lose.
Okay.
That's what it comes down to.
I look at it differently. But I'm not saying you're wrong, Poppy. I look at experience as a win, right? Any experience you can gain to taper your life into a play that's comfortable for you is a win. So if you have a relationship that lasts 2 years and you guys break up, that's a win because now you can learn from that and build from there and try to get the closest way for you to be, comfortable. So yeah, any experience to me is a win. Now there are some losses where we talk about people getting shot, killed, all that. That's another conversation. But just in relationship terms, what I do consider a big L. Now I'm gonna get some pushback. Big dog barking over there with that ugly ass avatar waiting to yell.
What my avatar do to you, Ruthless?
And keep barking at me. But the biggest loss I do see, and this is my opinion, a man who gets divorced by a woman and his family get destroyed is the biggest loss, I think, in the relationship world a man can take. Because them wedding vows, all that money invested, you got the same result as a single nigga. If not worse, right? Because now you going to have to pay a bill. She's going to be your bill, especially when she has your kids, right? And if she's stay-at-home mom, a real big bill. So I think, in my opinion, I just think if you're married for 10 years and your girl walks and slides those divorce papers, you're taking a big L because you invested in a quitter. And if she quit, what's up, No Chaser? If she quit, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Welcome to the show. Thank y'all for coming in. Stanley, D-Rockable, welcome to the show, even though you and Sugar Bum. Yeah. So yeah, if your woman leaves you after 10 years, that is a big L. That is a big L because you had confidence in her to finish the journey, to spend all that money for the ring and pay for that wedding. That to me is a big L. Now, some may see it different, but anything that's before that, if you're just in a relationship, y'all just don't work out, that's a win, right? Because now you understand that you can learn from that and how you're moving forward. And for me, in my opinion, and I'm going to pass the mic, I just think marriage, I don't think women make good married partners. I just don't think they're good for marriage because I just think they flip. They do a lot of code switching. They do a lot of complaining, like Aisha Curry, Michelle Obama, and so many more, right? Jada Pinkett. I think they also are incentivized in a lot of cases. And then other reasons, I just think women, because their being is tied to their emotional well-being, that makes them a very unstable and unreliable, as well as a liability to attach your wagon to for the long-term investment. And that's why I believe all marriages that are lasting are happy wife, happy life. That's what I believe. What y'all have to say?
So do you think that do you look at Del Curry? That's Stephen Curry's father, and whatever his wife name was. They got divorced after like 30 years, I believe. 20, 30 years. Do you think that's do you still consider that a successful union?
That was a loss. Because when you're married, it's supposed to be the baseline is forever. So if she jumps out, it's a loss. Now, and it also creates a divide in the family. It also creates hostility. So that's a loss, right? And as a man, we have to take that loss. We got to. Now, I mean, I don't know. You may see it differently, but I think that's a loss. Because, and then also it cost Steph to go against his dad. He was talking like, I think he was like, took his mom's side over the dad. And that's another thing why it's a loss, because now it makes people pick sides, right? The kids got to pick a side. Even if they're older, they still got to, man, why is mom leaving dad? And why is dad leaving? What the fuck? This shit ain't right. What's going on? Now they got to pick a side, because now if he's a mama's boy or she's a daddy's girl or vice versa, then, right, there's going to be a lot of dysfunction there. So yeah, it's a loss. So this is why I do believe
after 30 years.
Yes, loss.
Okay. After 30 years raising all the kids and the kids were grown ups and all that shit. Like now you just only them two at the house. She got up and lived for 30 years.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a loss in the fact that it still created divide amongst the house, though, right? Steph went against Steph Senior, right? Because he was blaming his dad, and vice versa, right? So the family was still affected by this. So anytime the family's affected, it's a loss.
Ruthless, let me ask you a question about this situation. You don't think Steph was just saying what he saw with the child growing up?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Like if he's saying that he went against his dad and saying that it's his fault for this, that, and the third. Maybe he saw some shit that his daddy had a problem. His daddy was a problem. He just
well, no, I still think that's a loss though for Steph Curry. Steph Curry,
even
it's
if he's telling the truth.
It's a loss. And if he's telling the truth, it's still a loss, right? Because bottom line is nobody's perfect. And if Steph is that naive, Steph Curry was that naive to go against his dad because he was imperfect, well, that was him taking his mama's side just because he probably likes her a little bit more. So, or simp, maybe he's more of a simp mindset. Maybe he's a mama's boy, but simp mindset. So that's why.
But y'all go against his wife every day.
We just don't like that she's out here saying she want to get eye fucked by a whole bunch of niggas other than him.
So maybe he said his dad was a piece of shit.
Yeah, but once again, right, he could have kept that to himself because his dad ain't married to him. She's married to Steph. There's difference. Okay? So once again, right, Steph may be reaping what he sowed. Because number one, his dad was a provider for the mom, gave her the lifestyle, came home every night. Maybe he had a side piece. Okay, he's an NBA player. She had to know she had to sign up for that. I mean, come on. I mean, and this is the delusion of women. To think that they're going to get these guys with all these great things and not have to accept them having sex with another woman is, to me, unfathomable. That is just, it's not realistic, right? I understand the premise of power. Yeah.
I mean, if you're calling that out, you got to call out Sonya Curry too, right? She was in her 50s flirting with niggas in the NBA. You know?
Yeah.
That's just the way some of those light-skinned broads are, man. That pretty privilege thing is real. And when they be real pretty like that, they tend to come like, with that type of attitude, right? Like they can get other dudes, you don't matter. They can find another dude just like you. Because, saying that's what they surrounded with. Now the crash course is, go ahead.
In my estimated opinion, I think women's expectations are so high, they should automatically give the grace for him to fuck other bitches. I just think they should do. I mean, when you're asking for the boatload, when you ask for a boatload of shit, there's got to be give and take. Damn, you got to. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, you're asking for a lot. Women not acting not like they're just acting for the bare minimum. Oh, just give me a couple of dollars. No, they're picking this nigga because they want this lifestyle. They got to give him something back, and yeah, go fuck all you want to. Just don't bring it home, and we Gucci. I think women got to start giving that shit up because it doesn't make sense to force monogamy when you yourself is not a monogamy type person either, because it's coming out that women cheat more and they have work husbands. So why are you trying to hold the niggas to the standard that you can't even keep? Women cheat, men cheat. So to take away that, but the reason why I say the men should get the men should get the go ahead is because the women is demanding and expecting the whole boatload from us.
So Ruthless, would if the roles were reversed and the woman would bring home the money, could she have the right to cheat?
If that's the contract, she's in her negotiation. Look, if I'm asking for her to give me this and it's a lot, and she said, "Look, I'm gonna just have a nigga run through me every now and then," I'm accept that because I'm getting what I want out of it. I'm gonna have to.
I was just trying to see what you're gonna keep it consistent.
This is why I won't go that route. But I'm just saying, if I was to say, you know what, let me give me a rich bitch and let me, you know what? And she said, look, I'll give you everything you want. I'm just gonna every now and then go get me a young nigga to run through me. No problem.
Yeah, but Bark, you know damn well it's not the same thing, man. Come on, bro.
I know it's not the same, but
I just want to see what Rubler gonna be consistent.
But his answer cannot be the same because a man and a woman is complete different thing, bro.
I know that.
A women fucking extra man is completely different than a man fucking extra women, bro.
Big back bull. It is different. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's the same. What I am saying is, if I'm coming from a position of deficit, and my expectations are, what I want is millions and millions of dollars and this lifestyle and all this shit, I'm gonna be willing to compromise. Period. I don't give a fuck. I'm not saying that I'm gonna do that, but if I'm coming from that position, which most men aren't coming from that position like that, but I'm just saying, if I was, I would be ready to compromise.
Bro, come on, man. A woman can only serve one master, bro.
No, she can't. She can serve 1, 2, 3 different.
No, that's nature, bro. That's nature.
Women can fuck multiple men and still love one man more than the others. Period.
That's my point. Her heart will belong to somebody. Of course, she got a pussy. She can give it to anyone. I'm talking, but she can truly serve. Like, bro, it's like this. I'm married, right?
Right.
My wife cheated on me. Nigga, that shit is over. At that point, that girl's gonna give all my secrets. She might even set me up to get robbed and all kind of shit. That relationship is over, bro.
So here's the thing, right? And this is a good conversation now. Good point, Poppy. I believe a woman can be a hoe and be faithful to one man mentally. Right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes. So, yeah, because this is the pimp hoe relationship, right? So, this has been proven throughout time that women can be a hoe, prostitute, and be loyal to her pimp, right? So, and then we have here, right, women who are married and get monogamous, right, and still not being loyal to their husbands because they're divorcing.
So basically,
if she filed for divorce, she's not loyal to you, nigga.
So basically, you saying it's cool for a nigga to marry an OnlyFans model now, right?
It's happening every day.
Okay.
Especially most I could name you several. Paul George made a stripper. I can keep going, Cardi B. But my point of what I'm saying is, right?
I ain't talking about no celebrity. I'm talking about the regular.
It doesn't matter. They're still men, nigga. The fuck you mean they're celebrity? They're still human.
Why did you get such attitude with me, Ruthless?
No, I'm just saying as though y'all act like as if, oh, they're celebrities. Okay, nigga, they still they got to pick a litter. They can take a woman who's educated with low body count. They can do the research. They can absolutely get that woman that they really want. But what they want, no, they don't want that woman with the low body count, with the education. They want Cardi B. They want Megan Thee Stallion. Klay Thompson is a pillar. He's the good boy. NBA player, no problems. His dad, Michael Thompson, and he picked Megan the fucking Stallion. And he's a multi-millionaire. NBA, he's a celebrity. And instead of him going to get a girl who's educated, who's well brought up, two-parent household, low body count, he goes get Megan. And he's smiling from ear to ear, nigga. So it is a fallacy to think. And here's the problem. Here's the problem we have to understand. Most women who are of that caliber, who are educated, good parents, and all of those shit, they're not freaks. And they don't want to cater to their man at all in no kind of way, even in the bedroom. So that's why guys like and to wife up or get with hoes. Because she already passed the prerequisite of the freaky side, right? That's what
Rufus. You just went back and said exactly what I just told you what the problem is. Niggas, wife, and hoes.
No, that's not a problem. And that's where you're wrong. Because the educated women are leaving too. Right? The educated, actually, they said the numbers is if she's educated, she's even more likely to leave you. That means
you just made the case in saying why niggas won't get the educated two-parent chick and why they wife and hoes.
Brother. Take care.
All right. Hey, yes.
I just told you that shit, and you said I was wrong, and you just came back 20 minutes later and said that's the main reason niggas.
No. We're having a different conversation. What I am saying now is men are wifing up the hoes every day. I'm talking about the men who can get to do girl with a low body count, who qualifies for the virgin.
So is that on the niggas or on the women?
The who?
Is that on the men or the women that they wiping up the hoes?
Happy. I'm saying that shit. Whatever he makes him happy, makes him happy. I don't give a fuck. So if he wants, that's what he wants. But what my point is this: the women that everybody uphold in this space is, oh, get her low body count. It matters, homie. And she needs to be this. Niggas don't want that because these women are more expensive than the hoes.
So why do they ask for them then if they don't want them?
Ask for who? These niggas, Stefan Diggs ain't asking for no motherfucking educated woman.
They might not ask for the educated one, but they want the low body count. They want the
He just got with Cardi B, who got 4 kids and high body count.
Hold up, Rufus. You do not listen to these guys in these spaces with their conversations.
Yeah, I hear them say that because
they want the low body count. They want the one that ain't on Instagram and all that type of shit right there. But you're proving that they lying.
And they are delusional.
So they're liars.
No, they're delusional. Difference.
So what's the delusion?
They're delusional because they think that if she has a low body count, the relationship has a better chance of playing itself out to a healthy situation.
Okay,
When the fact is, the educated women are leaving too, at even a higher rate. They're jumping ship quicker.
Because they got standards, and they're not selling for bullshit.
No, it's not just that. It's just that they have a career, and that career is just as important as their husband. And if they're not happy, if they're happy is compromised, they don't hesitate to pull a trigger.
Okay, but then you said they also sell it for the hoes.
Men love hoes because they're tired of dealing with the fake educated women.
Okay.
Because really, ultimately, what's universal about women, whether she's a hoe or whether she's an educated, low body count woman, they all subscribe to the same emotional instability. It's all the same shit.
I agree with you.
No matter which one you get, whether you get a hoe or whether you get an educated woman with low body count, she still has the emotional instability.
So basically, niggas fucked either way they go, right?
Well, but dudes are saying is we don't give a fuck no more. If I fuck with her, I rock with her, I'm going to knock her down. They don't care if they're no longer looking for these prerequisites. They're like, you know what? That shit, I'm cool on them. I'd rather deal with transparency than a fake bitch. Niggas rather have to know everything about. Listen, and this is why I am proud of the women. I am proud of the women because you know why I'm proud of women, Big Dog Barking?
I'm listening.
They standing 10 toes down. They're coming out and saying what the fuck they are. They're no longer lying to men and tricking them and then mollywopping them at the end. Now they're saying, we are what we are. We demand what we demand. Either you can afford us or you can't. And this is what I do respect about the transparency part. Because now you have the option to walk away. So this, I am with the women. I am not, listen, I'm not opposed to women having their standards and their expectations. Do you, boo-boo? But I do understand that men, we're so delusional, we think they shouldn't be doing this. Oh, we want you to go back in the kitchen. We want you to do the cooking. We want you to and this is where we're delusional at. These women are not, these women are not listening to anything men have to say in regard to how they want to live their life.
Okay. So basically you saying men stupid, right?
I'm not saying stupid. I'm saying we are figuring out that it doesn't fucking matter. Pick your poison. Choose your poison.
So niggas don't want. So what you telling me basically that men just want to have multiple women?
Not all men. We're not a monolith. Some men they want to. Most men are still with the. I just want one woman. I want to get married and have kids. Most men are still traditional in that mindset. So that's not a majority.
And you say them guys that want to be with one woman are getting with hoes.
Yes, because they have no option.
That's where you killing me at. Like they have an option. Why they don't have an option?
Because the educated woman overvalues herself, and her expectations are even more higher than the hoes, right? Way more higher. So she's reaching for the motherfucking stars. Like what's her name, Sarah Fontenot? She said if you make 70K, Sarah said if you make 70K, I'm not against that, and I think everybody deserves love, but you won't be getting it from me. That's 70K a year. So there are a select women who will not even touch you with 70 to 100K a year.
So basically, what you're saying is right here: either as a single man, either you invest in a woman that's ain't worth shit, but she'll give you all the sex and the pretty body, or invest in a woman that got morals, values, a career, all that type of shit, and got standards.
No. What are you saying?
What I'm saying is the majority of the men, because the women that got education and money and standards and all that type of shit is a worse investment than the female that ain't got nothing but pretty looks and
yes, because they're the same. Don't you get it? They're one and the same. They both selling their soul out for the money.
I would rather take the woman that got something else going for themselves than their body.
She's selling out for the career. She's picking the career over the man. She's picking herself over the family. So what I'm saying
versus the woman that picking the club over her nigga.
No, not these women do leave the club and go and be with their men. Come on, man.
I'm just saying, like, so basically,
Paul George married a stripper. She's no longer a stripper.
Okay, they cool.
Cardi B is no longer a stripper. What are you talking about?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying over here is that them are rare occasions where I go get a stripper and she stops stripping. That's like I said, that's investing into a penny stock.
This is the point. Let me help you out, big dog.
I'm listening. Help me out.
There is no guarantees to a relationship standing and long term.
I got that part, Ruben.
Okay, that's the whole point.
What I'm saying is,
let me say this. That's the whole point, Big Dog Barkin. Because there's no guarantee, there is no one formula fits all.
I got that part too.
What I'm saying is, last point, the educated woman is not a guarantee for long-term success. Neither is the whole guarantee for long-term success. So you might as well get what you want.
But I'm gonna get pussy from both of them if that's what you want.
But the educated woman comes with a lot more stipulations. She wants a lot more power.
She got higher standards than the little giant.
But she wants more dick control. She wants more phone. She wants a lot more things, right?
She might want a nigga to be on his shit more than the little giant.
And this is where we lose.
Because she wants you to be on your shit a little bit more. She wants you to have a little bit more requirements than the little giant.
No. How are you requiring me when you're coming in demanding all this money and this attention?
Look at what she doing.
I pay the phone bill.
She can pay a phone bill.
I pay the phone bill. You don't go through what I'm paying.
If you pay your own phone bill, I got that part. But what I'm saying is this right here. If I'm going to invest my money and time into a female, I'd rather do it with a female that got something going on besides the looks and the pussy.
Nobody is disputing that, but it's still not a guarantee to a long-term success.
I got that part, Ruben.
That's the part, but that's the most important part, though.
But I'm just saying, just from an investment standpoint,
why
would I just invest in pussy?
That's all your investment when you're dealing with women.
No, it's not.
What else are you investing in?
Everything else.
What else?
It's other shit that come with women outside of pussy.
You're not investing in her attitude.
Ruthless. All of them got attitude.
But you're not invested in that though.
You have to deal with it.
That's the point.
If you want to deal with a woman, you're gonna have to deal with a little bit.
What I'm saying is this: big dog barking. Let me help you out.
I'm listening.
All we're saying is to you guys is that
pussy got a pussy on
there is every woman, any woman. No, any woman you're dealing with, it's a gamble.
I get that part, Ruthless.
That's it. There is nothing. Listen, there's.
But if I'm going to gamble, I might as well play high stakes instead of low ball.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I feel you on that. Okay, Ruthless. What I'm saying for me and what I try to tell most niggas is like, if you're going to gamble, at least gamble on something that's better than the little junk that's at the slot machine.
No. See, okay. For example, I play poker, right?
I play poker too.
So, one hand I'm not throwing away. Pocket aces. I'm not throwing a hand away.
You ain't supposed to.
But there's some niggas that throw pocket aces away.
Because they stupid.
No, because pocket aces is like they have bad luck with it. They lost most of their hands in pocket aces.
That's part of poker.
Let me say this. Let me say I'm gonna correlate it. So some like me, pocket aces, I'm not throwing away. But pocket kings, if an ace show up on that board and the niggas betting heavy, I'm most likely gonna throw it away. I'm gonna throw it away. It depends on his stack count. If he has a big stack like me and he's able to walk me out and he's betting hard, if he's selling me on that, I'm gonna throw it up pocket kings.
But that's the thing about poker too. You don't know if he got that hand or not.
Because the point is,
it's a bluff. It might be a bluff.
Let me make the point though. Right? Some players, every player plays it differently. Everybody sees it differently.
I get
some dudes see big hands in the beginning as, of course, they would like to play it. Right? They don't mind playing it. They're not just throwing pocket aces right away. But if the bets are really high and there's a lot of guys in there that can wipe them out of their money, right? They will throw them aces away. They will throw king away. Like me, I'm not throwing aces away. I'm gonna have to go down. I'm going down with the whole ship on them aces. But other dudes, they're throwing that shit away because they like, it's too much out here. Too many players. That was 1-on-1, they play every time. But if it's 6-7 people in there, they'll throw it. Bottom line is each gambler has the thing
strategy. They have
their
a strategy.
gambling experience comfortable and successful, right?
Every poker player has
invest. Hold on, let me finish. We invest. Us gamblers invest. I invest a lot in pocket aces. I'm finna, nigga. You ain't finna. If you bet 100, you better be ready to bet 500. You better, matter of fact, you better be ready at 1,000, right? Because I'm finna push you to the brink. Because I want one caller, and we gonna check all the way. I mean, I really want to put you all in, right? Depending on how many chips you got. But other dudes, they invest in small hands, like suited hands, right? 5-4 that are connected, right? Stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. And they've won. They're successful in that. So we all do what we do as gamblers, what we're comfortable with, what makes us gamblers. And it's the same thing in the relationships when you're dealing with women, right? Some dudes don't like girls. Some girls don't want them.
But what I'm saying with the difference is with poker, it's a strategy behind how you play the game, right or wrong.
Yeah, of course.
Every poker player got their own strategy, right?
It's the same strategy as a relationship.
No. You're saying instead of me going to the poker table, I'd rather go to the slot machine or I'd rather go to the crap table.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what you just said. It's like if the educated woman with the career and the money and got the standards and all that type of shit, that's the poker game. The junk you talking about is the slot machine.
No, what I'm saying is a pocket aces.
Get off the pocket aces. I'm talking about strategy. I'm talking about strategy now. I ain't talking about the pocket aces no more. Every poker player got a strategy.
Let me tell you what I'm saying. I'm not saying different games. I'm saying one game, and there's some players who like bad bitches, which is pocket aces, and they invest in that to try to get that. And then there's other dude who like average women, average hands, and they like to invest in that. But it's all the same game, but all of us play it differently.
Well, how I look at it is right here. The jumps they have nothing but looks and shit. That's the slot machine. It's pretty as fuck, and it don't take a lot to win. You just putting $1 in the machine, hitting the button. It don't take that much strategy to get a little jump. It don't take that much strategy. The poker table where the strategy is, and any poker player got their own strategy. That's
my point. You said the same thing.
Okay. Now what I'm saying is this right here. If I'm playing to invest, to gamble, I'd rather go play with the strategy than just to put my money in a machine and hit a button. I'd rather go deal with the woman that got a lot to win and a lot to lose instead of the woman that I might hit if I hit the right buttons.
Whatever. It's still your prerogative.
I feel you on that part, but
we're saying the same thing, Big Dog Barkin.
I got you, but then this is what I also say this right here. A lot of niggas want to come up, but they ain't doing them going to the slot machine.
That's their prerogative though.
But then you can't complain about your earnings if you ain't doing them playing slots.
So here's the thing,
instead
right?
of going to the big tables, to the big boy table.
You said the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
If we saying the same thing, we saying the same thing.
You gamble with your strategy. Your strategy is your strategy, but it may not be the same as my strategy. Doesn't matter. It's my life. I might not want me personally. I don't like Bible thumping women, right? Or
okay, I get you. I don't like them either.
But you know what I mean. I'm attracted to ratchet women, right?
I like ratchet. I like hoes too.
Right. So the bottom line is, all men, we are not a monolith.
But the difference between me liking hoes and you liking hoes is that I might like a hoe, and that's all she is just a hoe. But I'm gonna have other women that got other standards outside of the little hoe.
It doesn't matter.
I diversify. I don't know about you.
That's you though.
I believe in diversification.
And that's
I don't believe in just having one type of female around me.
We're not disputing. We're not disputing. Big Dog Bark, you keep personalizing shit.
You was personalized at first.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm saying strategies vary from different men.
Okay.
Okay, that's not personalizing it. You keep saying what you're gonna do. And okay, but we're not you. Listen, the dog again. Your strategy is your strategy. My strategy is my strategy.
Your strategy.
And what's successful for you works for you, and what's successful for me works for me. And that's just the name of the game.
I got that part.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, that's all we're saying. So in relationships, when you're dealing with a woman, we all have different ways we deal with women. And whatever your game, your strategy is with those women, that's your strategy. That applies to you, and it's only to you that it doesn't go with me, though. That might not work for me.
I got you.
So therefore, we can agree that when we're out here talking to other men about relationships, we can share our experiences and then kind of compare notes, and have the conversation. Not sitting here talking about, well, you need to vet right, you need to court right, you need to do this right, you need to do that right. Well, maybe you need to demand more. Maybe your expectations too low. No, and that shit doesn't fucking matter because everybody get left. Women are leaving everybody.
Okay. It don't matter if all you want is what you want. If all you want is some box, fine, cool.
You keep going back to that, man.
I'm not talking about you, Rufus. I'm not talking. I'm saying in general. If men in general just want pussy, fine, cool. That's what you want. But you can't sit there and say you just want pussy, and then when you just get pussy, then turn around and say, oh, she won't cook, she won't clean and shit like that. I'm like, nigga, all you wanted was pussy. Everything else was optional.
So who are you talking to?
Any nigga that think like that.
But listen, most men are simple.
I agree with that.
Hold on. Let me say this. Most men adapt to women, especially the women they like. Most men acquiesce to the women's. If she doesn't want to cook, they're not pushing it. If she wants to stay at home mom, okay. If she wants to go work, okay. Most women are yes and okay. Most men are yes and okay men in relationships. Period.
And that's what they feeling it. Just being a yes, okay,
because I think that's unfair of you to come out and say, well, don't complain. No. What the complaint, men do have a right to complain about.
If you just want pussy, if you just want body and pussy.
Can I finish, please?
Go ahead.
If I get with the woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because, of course, what I want from an attraction part is a sexual experience, right?
Okay.
And through post-nut clarity, I like this woman's personality. I want to keep her around me, but my overarching point is a sexual experience. Fine. That doesn't give her right to disrespect me. Now, I may not be pushing cooking, cleaning part. I might not be pushing whatever, right? But the problem line is the line of respect shouldn't change because I'm enjoying a pleasurable moments with you. And as long as the line of respect is entailed, then we can continue to enjoy each other. So even though a man like you, Big Dog Bargain, might say, hey, you might ask her to dinner date after maybe a month in, do you cook? Do you clean? And she said, yeah, I cook and clean. And that might be, to you a part of the sex and everything else be okay. I'm cool. I'm rocking with you. Right. And as long as she doesn't disrespect you, right? All entailed and all should be fine. Now, that's where we're getting to, right? We got to understand a line of respect. That's the baseline of every man wants from his woman.
I agree with the respect. I agree with the respect part. Yeah.
Right. So that's fair. So for
that's
you
fair.
to say, oh, you want some coochie and complain about her disrespecting you, well, yeah, of course.
I didn't say complain about disrespect. What I said is this right here.
Because that's what men are complaining about. It
is the lack of respect.
Yes.
Now, if that's what you're complaining about, the lack of respect, then
and the lack of appreciation, those are the things men are complaining about. They're not complaining about that she's not cooking. No men are really on here complaining about that because all those,
I don't know what niggas you be listening to, but this is my train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
If you just say I'm cool with the sexual relationship, we just get together, we smash, you going on about her business, I go about my business. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
What I say is this right here: if you go just like a female, just like a little giant, if she tell you she cool with the setup, whatever the case may be, fine, cool. She cool with the little setup. But then after so long with dealing with you, she want to upgrade.
Right.
There you got the right to say, well, that's not what you signed up for, right?
Okay.
Now that's the same thing I'm telling the niggas. Is like, if that's all you want, is the box. Cool. No problem with that. I ain't got a problem with that. But now after you done hit for 2-3 months, now you want to upgrade. And she'll sit there and say, no, I'm not going to upgrade because this is what you signed up for. You have no right to get mad if she won't give you the upgrade.
So now we're having another conversation about infatuation and not wanting to let go, right? That's a whole other conversation, right? We're talking about, we're going to stick to the point, right? So you're going all down these little different trails. What we're talking about,
you the leader. I'm following
is no, but you keep going down the trail. You went down the trail of, well, if she this and she wants to upgrade, you don't have a right to get mad. Okay,
it's the same shit on both sides.
That's a whole other conversation. No, the conversation we're having is when men and women are in relationships together, there is always a level. Nobody just wants coochie. They want coochie and they want respect.
Okay. Now, if you ain't getting no respect, then yeah,
I will
tell the nigga to get along.
It's not going to work. Believe it or not, right? Period.
It's supposed to. You're supposed to.
Okay, then. So don't tell me I don't have a right to complain about that, though. I can.
You supposed to cut her loose if she disrespecting you.
Well, I don't. Listen, my expectations, if I'm looking for something in a woman, I'm going to let it be known up to top, off the rip. If I want more than just sex, if I want her to be cooker, I want her to be king of the house, I want her to be a stay-at-home mom, I'm going to let her know. This is what I'm looking for. Damn, let me finish. This is what I'm looking for. And if she doesn't do it, then I have a right to fucking complain.
Yeah, but if you tell her that up front, this is what you're looking for.
All men are going to listen. No man is going to get with a woman and don't tell her what he expects. That's just
unless a lot of niggas that do though.
Unless they're just a situationship. Other than that, if a man is going to court a woman and go into a vetting stage with a woman, he is going to lay down the groundwork of what his expectations are. no man just goes into a vetting or courting stage and not lay that down. So I don't know who you talking about when you say, well, you don't have a right to complain, because ain't no man getting with no relationship woman and saying, well, this is, I just don't know, just go with the flow. Oh, why you didn't cook? I just want your coochie. Nobody's saying that. Because obviously, if he's getting a relationship with her, he wants more than her sexual experience. He wants other things.
If he ain't making what he known, like what you just said, this is what I want from you. Either you gonna give it to me or you're not, right?
Yeah.
A lot of niggas ain't doing that.
Like what? A lot of niggas ain't doing.
Ain't asking for what they really want up
They are,
front. Outside of the box,
men are
they
still doing
want that. They ain't asking for nothing else.
No, men are still stating. Men are still trying to control the coochie. Men are still telling what they. Yes, they still are. This is why
they trying to control. They want to control the coochie first.
Big Dog Darkin. This is why they're breaking up, because the problem is the conflict. The conflict is the men don't want their girls wearing lashes. They're telling the girl, I don't want you this. I don't want you hanging out with this girl. A lot of men want to control the relationship. Still, they want her in the house. But the women are saying, I don't want to do that, and I'm leaving, and I'm going to be free. The women are going to get, hold up. The women are going against the grain.
Because they want to go outside?
Because they want to go outside. Not because the men are saying, hey, go outside, I'm a champion. No. They want, even if they agree with a stripper, right? They say, okay, we're going to be together. You got to walk away. And we got to blah, 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 right? There's going to be boundaries set in place. He ain't just, oh, hey, I just want to be with you. That's it. He's laying out, okay, the only way this is going to move forward, the only way we're going to bring this totally all together is, are you ready to walk away from this? Because I can't have you. I'm too insecure to be with you walking out the house talking about I'm going to work. And now I'm going to be at the club with binoculars. I'm going to be asking all kinds of questions. I'm going to be checking your coochie every time you come home. All of those.
Why?
You got dudes that do that, right? You got dudes that do that.
But my question is why? Why do that?
Because I'm just saying, I'm not saying that dudes want to do that. They don't want to do that.
Okay.
But what happens is that the women adhere to the deal at the beginning, and then they may switch up later on. Then he gets suspicious, and then he'll start doing all that shit. But 99.9% of all men, other than the pimp, right, want coochie control. They want her to be exclusive to him, and they don't want her going to the club. This is where kind of the pimps are winning, because the pimp is saying
they don't give a fuck.
No, the pimps are saying, sell a coochie, bring the money back, and I love you.
That's it. They don't.
So, and
as long as you bring back what I need you to bring back, I don't
but I'm saying is those relationships tend to be better than seem like the monogamous relationships, the exclusivity, because it seems like we can't get along. Why is the divorce rate so high? These are the questions that have to be asked. Why are people leaving each other so motherfucking much if the monogamy way is the correct way? Why is it such a failure?
Now that's one thing. I didn't say it was the correct way.
What I'm just saying is that we keep pushing. Oh, well, your demands and expectations, use this and don't get me mad. No, the bottom line is monogamy with men and women are 100% a failure.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like, again, if that's not what you want to do, that's not what you want to do. I agree with that 100%. What I be tripping off of is the fact that when guys say that they want to do that, but they just saying that because they want some pussy. And just like what you just said, after posting of clarity, I make a decision whether or not to keep the chick. But I'm sitting up here saying I want relationships. But if the pussy good, I'll keep it. If the pussy ain't good, I throw it to the streets.
Well, the coochie. Okay, so there are levels to dealing with women. Okay,
trust me, I know.
So you got the attraction part, right?
That's the first part of it.
That is the beginning stages,
right.
And then with attraction, if the sex is trash, she's out of there. I'm done. We're not even gonna continue forward.
What happened to everything else? Why go straight from the attraction to the pussy? What happened?
No, because it's sex is very important for us to move forward, and you can have all those things.
And the conversation ain't.
If We can have great conversations. If that pussy trash, I'm leaving you. I'm
So
blocking.
outside, so this is where I also fuck. This is also where I be like,
am I right? Wait, before you go on. What I'm saying is, for men and women, all the conversation and all the great things could be great. Now, women is a little different because money, they might fake it with the bad sex if they could get a lifestyle. But for most men, we just say for men, if we could do all that motherfucking conversation, if her coochie's trash, we get out of there.
But it's
I don't
other
care,
things. But just like
if she got the mind of a fucking genius, if that coochie's trash, unless you're a gigolo, nigga, and you marry women for money.
See, and I guess that's why I have the mentality I got. Because if the pussy trash, it's still other shit she got that might be valuable to me outside of the pussy.
And once again, these are very minority guys, right? These are not the majority. Most men are providers.
You proving my point that the majority of guys think like you think.
If the coochie is trash, they're not going to deal with it. Just the bottom line.
It's other shit she can do. She might have good head.
No, because the reason why is that he's going to weigh his options out, right? He's going to say, I'm dealing. Most dudes are having sex with multiple women. Maybe not a great amount, but at least two, at least 1.5, 2. Like, you know what I mean? There's some guys who's jumping over the fence, fucking Shaniqua, right? Then there's the girl he wants, he's having sex with her. And then and if the girl he wants, she's beautiful, she's everything he wants, but her coochie trash, and he's going to get rid of her. Because 9 times out of 10, especially if she's a bad bitch, she's going to have a fucked up attitude. So if a coochie trash, she's out of there.
But you can't find nothing else to do with outside of the pussy.
No, unless you're a pimp.
That's why I say I guess my mentality is not your mentality, because I'm gonna find something else to do with it. If a pussy trash.
But here's the problem with pimping: you can get 15 years in the feds for that.
But
I don't think you
mentality. I ain't putting no females on the blade. But
nobody said. What are you talking about? I said this.
You just said I'm gonna get 15 years, but I said mentality.
You're not listening. You can't. You're pimping. You got to be a pimp. You can't try to use pimping and say you're not a pimp. And
Rufus,
no, you're selling
capitalism is pimping.
Vagina. She's selling her vagina to bring back cash, right?
I didn't say nothing about her selling her vagina. I said if she got other shit that's valuable to me, I could keep her around outside of her pussy.
No, you trying to be. I see what you're trying to do.
What I'm trying
to do. We talk about pimp. We talk about the actual transaction of her selling that coochie. Ain't no other way.
Capitalism is pimping.
There's no other way.
Is capitalism pimping?
Nope. You got to do that.
You's a lie.
There is no way. If she has an education, job, nigga, y'all got to share.
Religion is pimping.
Oh no, that's a whole other conversation. What I'm saying.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is, if you're a pimp, you can get 15 years for that in the feds, right? So we don't.
Yeah.
So men are not going to go down that, and plus everybody doesn't have that level of love for like that, right? You got to be pimp. You got to have a masterful mouthpiece, right? That's rare. That's a gift. That's a gift.
You got to know how to sell.
You got the gift though, but that's a gift. Every man don't have swag. Every man don't have it, right? Some men can't even get a conversation that's not awkward. Come on, man, we know that. So once again, right, we're speaking to the majority. Majority of men are going to go by the basic principles. They're going to, how you doing? They're built through maybe workplace or networking or whatever. They finally go out on a date. They get to know. Most men are going to go through that process right there.
Right.
Because they don't have the mouthpiece, right? They don't have all the aesthetics all the time. Some niggas got
they stuck on trying to get a naked.
Some niggas got to stay in the friend zone for 10 years, right?
I'm not saying I could be in the female friend zone, but I'm gonna take advantage of being in the friend zone too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying some men have to take that deal because they don't have the luck with women like other men got.
If it's beneficial to me to be in her friend zone, why not do it?
The point is, okay, I'm not arguing that. The point is, what I'm saying is, so when we're dealing with the average American man,
okay,
when he's operating women, he's operating at a deficit.
Why he operating at a deficit? It's more women than me.
Because most women demands are what they are, which is very high. Most men's demands are very low. So the women coming to a man, she's always she's operating in a positive, right? Because she looks good. She looks good, and she has other things. So she's pretty much all the way in there, right? Where women, they look at other things, like they want more things, like, and so you're at a deficit. So if you need to come in, she might think you're cute. She might think you got a personality. Now until she sees you got money. Now if you got money, then she want to see if you're faithful. Then if you're not faithful, then she want to see if you can deal with her emotions. And if you deal with that, then she want to see, right? So it's a lot of work.
But they dealing from the scarcity mindset. Because you gotta think about what you gotta think about what a woman say they want, and actually how many of them niggas out there.
No,
versus what she want.
So okay, so no, I'm not gonna say y'all ain't wrong, but it's split. It's split down the middle, right? They're operating from a abundance mindset as well as a deficit mindset, right? So let's break that down.
I'm listening.
So a woman operates from the mindset of abundance, meaning she has a lot of attention. She knows she can pretty much walk out the door and get a man tomorrow, right? And
yeah, that's a new
she has men throwing money, not only themselves at her, but she got a lot of men throwing money, everything at her, right?
Yeah.
So she's in that aspect, she's operating in a mindset of abundance.
Yeah.
Now,
motherfucker gonna raise her value up by just giving her attention.
Yeah. But in who she would actually have a kid with, get married, and build with is a deficit.
The scarcity.
Right? She doesn't like 99% of the guys that she's dealing with.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
Who fault is it that who fault is her value high?
Huh?
Who fault is that her value high?
Who fault that her value high?
Who fault is it that her value is as high as it is for her to ask for the demands?
Herself.
So she placed the value on herself, and niggas didn't have nothing to do with it.
Nope.
So niggas didn't have nothing to do with tricking off on her, spending money, boosting up, hitting the like button on Instagram and shit like that.
Nope.
So then nobody pump her value over her.
No, so here it is. Let me help you out. Women place their value when they're in elementary, junior high, high school. They already figure out what level woman they are. They're a bad bitch or they're average, whatever. They know. They know exactly.
Somewhere about 13.
Yeah, so they know exactly their thing, and they understand. And what they do, what women do, is they watch what kind of guys look at them. There's guys in the cars honking at them. They see a lot of guys, you know what I mean? So once again, they operate already in a mind of abundance. They know that most guys they can walk up to and fuck them.
So basically, they change the look to get the attention, right?
No, they don't look to get the attention. They get look to help them make themselves happy. Most women are not happy with themselves. They don't get fucked. The men are already there for them. They already got the men. They already know. Every woman knows she got a level
at 13.
Every woman knows that she got a level of 20, 30 men she can have at her motherfucking disposal.
I used to say it was about 12 women to every nigga.
No, but men, not every man has that value in the beginning, right? Some men are with aesthetics. That's more so, right? But women, they get there early on, right? Men peak at maybe 25 and plus. Men get our options and our value comes over time. Women, right? They peak at 18, right? They're at the top of the game at 18. Every guy, every man wants them. And they know this, right? And this is where they operate in a mindset of abundance. Right? This is why they dumped their high school boyfriend, because he can't afford them. He can no longer afford them. Because now she's graduated and her parents are no longer paying her bills. She sees no use for him anymore. Because she's operating an abundant mindset that I can go get more from somebody else.
So again, it's the outside nigga, the majority, like you said, that's pumping up her value to think she could think like that.
No, it's her, and no, it's her assessment.
Because she could think she the shit all she wants to, but it's the outside influences, like you said, that's pumping up her value more than it need to be pumped up.
No, it's her. No, her value is eternal. Her, how I want to say this. Every nigga in the world can like her, right?
Right.
And she can hate herself. And doesn't value herself as high as she should. She can have low self-esteem.
Because everybody liking her shit.
Because listen, she can. Every nigga in the school could be like, "Damn, you a bad bitch." Every time she see her, and she's like, "Thank you," but she thinks she's trash, and she will lean into that. And that's why they all get BBLs, fake lashes. This is why they always are trying to add to because they're not happy with themselves.
That's but them the ones that's always looking at social media and saying, "I wish I had titties like that or ass like that."
But it's always been like that, even before social media, right? Makeup has always been a mask, right? It helps beauty enhancement. It's called and beauty enhancement. And a lot of women have always invested in this because they're not happy with themselves.
It's $1 billion business.
Yeah, because women are not happy with them, so they're trying to think what they think is a blemish. They're trying to cover it.
Okay, so now if they just went bare naked, how many niggas is you gonna like them bare naked?
Yeah, but now when we talk about material things, Big Dog Barking, the abundance of the material things and stuff like that, they operate in the abundance of that mindset to be able to get things from men and also achieve those things. That's where that on that value system, which is a different value system, right? It doesn't coexist with their insecurities, but it helps their ego to be able to figure that they can get money from guys or get certain things from guys. This what can makes them say, "Oh, I'm a bad bitch," right? Bad bitch. How would we call that? What's the word we look for? Pretty privileged, right? And this is what they use as a measure of their financial ability to go out and get this. So this is why they dumped their high school boyfriend, because he can no longer afford him, and they mostly get with older men who are already established and can supplement income they need while they're either going to school, trying to get a degree, right? Or whatever they're doing to get their money. But they're going to, so that's why I'm trying to tell you, these women value themselves internally versus the value of externally. But the externally is not really, it doesn't really mean that much to them. They do it because they can, but what internally matters to them the most. A woman thinks her beauty's everything.
So why men don't think from an abundance mindset?
We do. We think from abundance mindset differently though. Our abundance mindset is once we figure out what we master, like sports or band, something like that, then we have a talent we can sell, make a lot of money, or we're smart, whatever, right? Our abundance is more, our value is more predicated on our ability to reach the economical plight. And so we can, now some of us have good looks, aesthetics, and mouthpiece. So that is operating, and then from them guys, they have an abundance mindset, right? They feel they can get any bitch. They feel they can walk up on any chick, right?
Okay.
And yeah, so those guys. But now both the average man, he's operates from a deficit because he doesn't have all those things, but he has some other things. But for him to reach, I guess, get the woman of his dreams or get close to it, he has to get to economical status to be looked at in the same as that guy who has all the good looks.
So basically, the average man that's playing from the scarcity mindset gonna do too much from the female that ain't shit but look pretty.
Right. Right.
And that's bad thinking on the niggas.
Yeah, so I have to go. I have to shut the show down because I have somewhere to be. Thank you for coming, Big Dog Barking.
I appreciate it, Ruthless.
Hit the like button, share, subscribe. I hope I get some new subscriptions. Thank you guys for coming. No Chaser, Cat Gang, the Ruthless Warriors. Thank you for your support. Hit the like button, subscribe. Show a nigga some love. And until next time, Ruthless be out.
Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool.